we do it on one of the rounds that's not a gun round, perhaps?
No, let's do it now. We have 3 maps on the cards here, Henry. You know this is bonus rounds written all over it.
In the cards, Chad.
Sorry.
O adesivo dela custa 1.500 conto, velho. Esse adesivo dessa cara aí do arte.
Os caras são um solucionador nato.
Pior que não, velho.
Caralho, ele esperou o tempo pra jogarem nele e eles jogarem no cara. E outro, torrou, filho. Meu Deus, tu viu isso?
Vazou.
Tu viu essa varada certa?
Claro, pô. Que isso?
Caralho.
Ó, tão voltando já. Ou não.
Já viraram. Calma aí. Só virou. Meteram um fake.
Uhum. Pega esse primeiro, KNG. Boa! Aí em cima, KNG. Tu tava olhando pra lá, viado. Tá miado, tá miado. O Cacera tá com 10 de vida, cara.
Mas 10 de vida é um tiro na cabeça.
Até um de vida.
Aí, olha, fala, hein. Agora é o... É um contra o outro, viado.
Verdadeiro, verdadeiro. Confio.
Ah, cara, claro, né? Acredita no verdadeiro, caralho. Bora.
Time of the essence. Has got the kit. Walking from CT spawn, but Henny seems to be aware of it. He'll put himself back towards the half-wall position here. And now Fallen still has a good chance. He can smoke on top of the bomb, go for the defuse here, and it will just have to be the big spray down from Henny. Doesn't commit the time.
O tempo, falem!
Ele tentou meter o fake, tá ligado?
Deu não.
Aquela porra funciona ali, viado, ia ser engraçado.
Porra, que triste.
O cara deu tiro, tá ligado? Não conseguiu, ele voltava e ele defusava, imagina.
Mas ele ouviu de novo, né?
Ele é mais cego ali, que ele
Uhum.
no cara.
Eu que saí da sala sozinho, eu vou ver. Caralho, nem toquei, velho. Tô mó tempo.
And we'll see them have a full buy here. Double up setup, KNG and Fallen.
Alright then, Molly in the hands of Santos, looking to open up.
Here we go.
For round
Cara, por isso que o
24.
coach tem que voltar pra MIBR, cara.
Holding middle and does
Aí volta, velho.
Ai, papai.
Ai, caralho.
Ô, David, já viu se o Detroit jogando?
Acho que já.
Depois volta no YouTube, Detroit.
3 players left for FURIA.
Ô, maluco.
Aí,
Pega meio.
pega. Pega Taquinho. Taquinho vai pegar, tenho certeza.
Escutou o barulho da arma,
Ah, pai, boa.
Isso,
Ô, tá ligado? Quando tu puxa a cara, ela meio que faz uma animação. Aquilo ali dá pra ouvir?
dá pra ouvir.
Dá.
Qualquer barulho que você escuta, isso eu também escuto.
Already breaking a sweat for the first 3.
Isso que é foda, tá ligado? Se tu tiver com 10 de bala, tu recarregar os caras rushando, os caras vão vir tarado, tá ligado?
That's what you think. Tellez, he has other
Eu já vi o pessoal fazendo fake de tipo puxar, recarregar a caça e não recarregar, tá ligado? Aham.
First boosted. This is just surely, yeah, a formality. No goals to be celebrated here. A perfect round. And the last 2 frags.
Perfeitinha, pai, perfeitinha, porra.
It's 13-11.
A serious note for a second, that was all the AWPs, right? The 2 openings from Fallen there was fantastic, and then KNG locking it out. So that's what you want to see from that double AWP setup. That's the level of impact we're looking for here. You can see they weren't ready for this, and they've actually changed up the bomb sides. Fallen was holding over towards that B bomb side before, but now he's over towards A, and KNG switched it up as well. So it's good that these two are interchangeable like this, because it allows a lot more flexibility. Every AWPer approaches the game a little bit differently, and those tendencies can be harder for a team like FURIA to kind of net on down when they're calling into these rounds. They don't know which AWP is going to be on which side.
Well, they'll be using a tactical timeout just to discuss their options going forward now. The map is pretty good for FURIA still. They get the 5 AKs out, but that's what they might be offense in their second round. Of the second half, and bring it to a scoreline.
Nossa, o time é muito chato de assistir, cara.
Double up setup still running through here as KNG and Fallen will bring those out. 2 very explosive AWPers historically. I'd like to see KNG really show us what he's made of in that department. As Art, he certainly had an interesting game so far here. A couple more maps to go.
Vai, Fallen, pega essa daí. Nossa.
O cara bangou o próprio time, velho.
É o Lucas. Quer dizer, não, o Lucas não, o Michel. Ai, 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 Fallenzinha.
Meu Deus. Foi HS ainda, viado. Que isso?
Amassou ali, mano. Ah, não, Fallen.
Prefiro dar um HS.
Ó, ele vai pegar, ele vai pegar. O Fê vai pegar, o Fê vai pegar.
Não pegou.
Ah, mano, que coisa... Ah, nice.
Ah,
Ah, só falta... Só falta esse filho da puta, só falta o Henry.
Ele plantou.
Se o Henry é bom, mano. O Henry tá jogando pra caralho hoje, mano. Olha o pixel do cara. Se passar um urubu ali, não passa, velho. Olha o... Ah, cara. Nossa! Mano, eu não olhava naquele pixel, mas nem ferrando.
Nem fudendo, vou passar a olhar agora.
Nem ferrando que eu olhava aquele pixel.
Vou passar a olhar agora quando tiver aquela a bomba plantada ali, viado. Pei. Eu podia ter dado no peito do cara, tá ligado? Não, mas ele acertou no...
Mano, grudou na parede ali, mano. Os miolos grudou na parede.
O verdadeiro.
Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Essa baioneta é a mais legal, velho, da faca.
Depende. A baioneta normal ou a M9?
Ah, não, normal. A M9 também é legal, pô. As duas são top. Só que a baioneta vanilla é muito bonita, velho.
Ela é mais fininha, é. É mais bonitinha mesmo.
E é toda branca. Pô, será que é ali vara, velho?
Acho que não, velho. Dali eu acho que não.
Porque tá ligado quando tu sobe na caixa do bombe ali na Inferno? Do bombear? Aquela parede,
quando a gente for jogar Inferno, velho.
aquela parede ali vara, velho. A do bombe.
Tipo, não atirar na pessoa pra acertar, tá ligado? Tirar do lado pra ver se vai varar. Mas acho que não vara não.
Ah, claro, você também.
Ele vai tomar.
Nossa senhora. Ele viu, ele viu, ele viu, ele viu, ele viu. Essa faquinha do Feira aí eu acho da hora.
Sabe por que ele falou que ele tá...
Qualquer
que ele
faca
tava
de
jogando com
caveira,
aquelas
menos
miras?
aquela vanilla. Vanilla feiona, viado. Navaja, eu acho, a navaja. Pequenininha, feinha.
Sabe por que o Fei tava jogando com aquelas miras?
Ah.
Ele falou que o jogo estava muito fácil.
Aquela porra, quase perderam aquela porra lá.
É sério, velho, sem caô.
Não, cara, quase perderam, mano.
Ele falou isso, mano.
É, ele falou, mas...
Fei, mais um. Não pegou o op e morreu.
A mira dele tá normal agora? Ai, meu Deus. Ai, pai.
Ai, meu Deus.
É nossa, porra. É nossa, caralho.
Essa faquinha do Feira é muito estranha.
Eu acho ela legal, mano.
Mesmo, mas é bonitinho, velho.
Eu acho ela legal, bonitinha.
Essa visão de cima, como ficou maneiro.
Caralho, né? Que da hora. Parece até outro jogo.
É mesmo.
Tá ligado aqueles joguinhos de estratégia, tá ligado?
Pra que mesmo, pra que mesmo. Acredita, hein.
Pô, tamo aí, né? 3x3, tudo igual de novo, bora.
Pô, você tem esse mapa
Ligou o monitor de novo, né?
E esse mapa foi eles que escolheram, velho.
Foi quem? Foi o Fúria?
Essa baioneta é bonita, velho.
Essa é da MIBR, esse mapa aí.
Sempre que a MIBR escolhe esse jogo, ele sempre quase não dá, mano.
Olha essa molotov. Eu não entendi essa molotov aí. Ah, filha da puta.
Mano, parece que a voz dos caras tá dando um chiado pra mim. Não sei porquê. Estranho isso.
Tem. Já voltaram. Voltou meio já, filho. Vai tentar outro lado.
Volta aí, pai. Volta aí, pai.
Ai, caralho.
Recua. Fúria. Ih, caralho, errou essa daí. Aí é foda, né, Kenji?
Errou. Puta merda.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Consegue perder.
Calma, calma, confio no clutch.
Ainda.
Olha cima, Art. Meu Deus, olha o time, viado.
É o Fê, pai.
Ah, o Fer aí, o Fer jogou malzinho, Em cima. Falem sabe. Calma, é o clutch do pai.
Para na caixa, para a caixa.
Ai, cara, quase, mano.
Ele não varou a caixa de certa.
Não varou.
Mas o Cacerato joga muito, velho.
Ele vara um pouquinho mais pra direita ali, viado.
FURIA grateful to have such a consistent fragging presence. He's rocking a 20.
Cara, quantas kills tá o Mé? 11, 16. The Will. Pior que o Taco também. Sei lá.
They've got the buy on through. Taco only has a deagle right now. Not too sure if there's a weapon for him in CT spawn to scavenge. There's 2 defuse kits in play. Single AWP this time. And Fallen and KNG, they've been finding a lot of frags these last few.
14 to 13. MIBR.
Vamos lá. Vamos rushar, velho. Ah, vai tomar.
Vai tomar feio, ó.
É que vão tomar, mano.
Meu Deus, não abriu o spray.
Sabia que ia tomar, mano.
Pinou muito, viado.
Nossa, se for pra pinar assim, nem vai, velho.
Pô, se fosse de P90 ali, eu matava. P90 do que eu errava ali, fera. 50 tiros ali, filho. 25 pra cada um.
MIBR need to either
A bala de P90 é só na cabeça.
4v5 disadvantage around. The power play from FURIA here, if they regroup and do something as a team, they should convert this and put 15 on the board.
That's an if.
Mas a qual foi boa?
Let me give you the but. Kanji still has that AWP in play. They're still very forward in banana. That means the 2 individuals right now on the A site are on high alert. There's no traffic in
É, deixa de fazer isso de vez em quando.
So you gotta hit some big shots here. Fallen, 26 kills to the name. What more can you do?
Relaxa, Fala, relaxa. Segura a periquita.
Ai. Porra, não. Isso.
Aí é um pixel bom,
Já
Ó.
disputaram, já.
Tomou. Desceu.
Pega o outro.
Recuaram. Vai dar tempo pro pessoal voltar. Nossa, seguraram demais. Boa.
Meu Deus, como varado.
Ah, não, mano.
Meu Deus. Errou.
Aê, porra! Caralho, mano. É ponto nosso, caralho. Mano, o que salvou foi os caras ter segurado ali no bomb, mano.
Moleque, se ele acerta a primeira bala, fica 1000 vezes.
Não. Taquinho ganhou sozinho esse round, mano.
Essa porra, cara. Olha essa Argentina aí, cara.
Cara, olha essa pinada, viado.
É porque na real ele entrou e mirou no cego, tá ligado?
É porque eu acho que ele mirou em um, aí ele deu spray e pensou que ia matar, tá ligado?
Tinha matado, mano.
Eu já fiz isso, já fiz isso.
Cego e quis matar o que não tava cego.
Tô tudo no bomb recuadinho, bonitinho.
Fala em tá de MP9, velho.
Ai, boa.
É o verdadeiro.
É o Fer, porra, é o Fer, caralho. Passou um. Nossa, bangaram muito o Fer, mano. Ah, não.
Meu Deus, ele errou tudo.
Ah, não!
Vai tomar no cu, cara. É isso que eu falo, velho. Que time porco.
Caralho, olha a bala que esse maluco dão, viado.
Não é possível, cara.
Ligou.
And they're going for it. The incendiary's down. They'll have no money if they give this round up. They need to be very careful the next few moves here. It's going to be map point for FURIA.
Taquinho vai. Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Ô, mano, olha esses ecos.
Moleque, esse maluco faz eco.
Mano, what the fuck, mano, é eco, cara.
Ah, o Fallen foi muito ganancioso, pô.
Ah, olha só, mano. O que o Fallen foi fazer ali no meio, cara?
O Fallen podia ser só deixar ele passar.
Mano, era só ir pra construção ali. Os caras não tinham entrado ainda não, mano. O da... Ah, não. Isso foi triste, cara.
Os caras meteram um full Digo ali também, porra.
A Deagle na mão de pro play é foda, velho.
Qualquer mesmo, velho. Essa porra vira um canhão.
Verdade.
É um tiro, um tapa na cara, tá ligado?
É o tiro do medroso, tá ligado? Dá um tiro, vazou. Nossa.
Teu boludo. Porra, cara.
Pra que rushar, velho?
Vai fezada, vai fezada, vai fezada. Acredito que a gente vai perder por essa bobeira aí, cara. Caceta tá com pouca vida ainda, mano. Calma, pô, calma, pô. Olha, vai dar cara com a Cerata ali, ó. MIBRzou, né? Vou ter que falar.
Cagou muito.
Porra, MIBRzou pra caralho.
Ah, o Fallen entregou aquele round que nem um corno, cara.
Caralho, que bala. Cadê a bala, velho? Que os caras dão, que porra. Vai ser uma pedra. Na moral, essa arrochada que ele deu ali cego, viado.
O Fallen?
Não,
o Fer.
O Fer. Não, porra, foi os caras da Fúria que invadiu ali na B. Quando ele tomou uma bang na cara, que ele deu um sprayzão, acertou o cara cego. Porra.
O cara tem uma noçãozinha, né?
Tipo, o bangou, ficou cego. O cara tá rushando, abre. Ele já abriu cego, foda-se, matou.
Ai, ai.
Coisa de baiano.
Só cara de retardado.
Um japonesinho.
O maluco lançou um autógrafo na câmera, velho, na lente.
Jogar com mouse bom, teclado bom é fácil, cara. Eu vejo jogar com meu mouse aqui que não dá de virar rápido.
Tem desculpa, Davi.
Tem desculpa sim. Só não sou profissional por causa disso. Ó o preço ali embaixo ali do Major ali, tu viu? A etiqueta ali.
Davi.
Oi.
O que? O preço do que?
Tu viu ali embaixo do Major ali, tinha uma etiqueta de preço ali?
Não reparei. Não.
Tinha ali. 10,50.
Porra. 10,50 é foda.
Comprado na Americanas. Na Americana tem tudo.
Esse do Davi tá ficando ruim.
Vertigo, próximo mato. Agora fudeu. É mama, é mama, é. Mama, é, mama, é.
Entrando no Baiano, velho. O Baiano aposta, 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 aposta. Ganha, 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 ganha. Depois perde tudo.
Calma aí, calma aí. Se liga, mano. Que cria daí, velho. Olha só. Olha esse Lomotiv.
Olha o Simple aí.
Não pode essa porra.
Olha aí, olha aí.
Cara, que porra é essa, cara? Mano, tá com um copo de bebida na mão, viado. Esse moleque deve ter 12 anos, cara. Bem menos do que 12 anos.
É mais fé no mundo.
Magdal já tomava lá pelos 10?
Caralho, daria muito tapa na cara desse moleque.
Quem que é?
Não sei quem é.
Nossa, mano, só tem um peido fedido. Tá vindo bomba aí.
Tá com 17, 14 kills, com M4, 9.
14 kills. Olha o Henry aí, ó, com a Babish.
Queria ver o Babu lá, hein.
Lá, jogando lá.
Jogando, porra.
Jogando na Fúria ou na MIBR lá. Babu devia ser coach de alguma coisa ali. Nossa, ele faz o time chorar lá na hora.
Do nada sentar no chão e começar a chorar.
Ele ia começar a dançar, fazer a dancinha do Babu lá. Aí todo mundo ia ficar felizão e ia ganhar o jogo. Mano, eu vou roubar esses picks aí dos caras.
Ah, que adianta, cara. Chega no jogo tá com 100 de ping, velho. Não vai fazer um pixel.
Ai, ai.
É mentira, velho.
Não.
Não.
Umas balas esse filho da puta. Ah, mano, esse daí eu fiquei puto, mano. Vai tomar no cu, mano. Ah, não, mano. Olha só, cara. 3 versus 1, mano. Era só todo mundo entrar junto nessa porra. Aí o Fallen foi afobadaço e entrou lá em primeiro.
Foi um jogo equilibrado, na moral. Teve um jogo da Fúria da MBR que tava
Equilibrado foi, né?
Ah, fica quadradão, né, velho? Olha a cara dele.
Minecraft Steve. O Mierner ali tá sem proteína, viado. Tá branco.
É, tá na
Tá,
capa.
bateu punheta demais, velho. Deve ter passado 18ª já. Tá branco, moleque.
Caralho, pesado. E o moleque não vê a luz do dia há quantos anos?
Ah, mas o moleque tem 17 anos. Por 7 anos ele viu a luz do dia.
Ficou no porão.
Começou a jogar com quantos anos, será, velho?
Caralho, você
Ele tem 17 anos.
Então eu começar a jogar lá. Uns 10, né? Uns 3, porra!
13!
Ah, tá. É porque, cara, sei lá, tipo, tem gente que pega fácil essas coisas, tá ligado? Tem gente que já pega o jeito da coisa.
Ah, agora o Michel, né? Porra!
Porra, o Michel começou a jogar agora, velho.
Cara, o Michel, por exemplo, ele joga bem LOL, mano. Eu já joguei com ele, ele joga bemzinho. Tá ligado? Ele já tem uma. Ele é melhor no LoL do que no CS. Ele não joga FPS, porra. Aí pra ele é difícil, caralho. Pra ele é diferente.
Não entrou no grupo, porra. Nem entrasse no grupo.
Que?
Entrasse no grupo da Steam, velho.
Que grupo de Steam, cara?
Do nosso time.
Não,
Certo.
essa porra de comunista lá, tá maluco?
Comunismo. L'Afrique c'est le flenia, tolo, cholo, vlenia.
Será que se eu pedir uma faca pra alguém famoso eles me dão?
Pede no site.
Mano,
Pede na live, pede pro Gaules.
quantos pedidos esse filho da puta deve pedir, né? Deve receber. Ele deve, nossa.
O chefe deve abrir 300 milhões de caixa por semana, viado.
Quero ver aqui, eu tenho 10,80. Não dá de comprar chave, né, com 10,80.
Não, é 12.
Oh.
Devias ter aberto antes de comprar o jogo, velho.
Ah, é? Aí eu não vou conseguir comprar o jogo. É burro, né? Idiota, cara. É como fosse mudar alguma coisa, tá ligado? Fosse mudar alguma coisa eu comprar a chave antes do jogo. Aí eu ia estar lá com a minha P90, a Safari Mesh e sem o jogo. Mano, essas chaves são caras, mano. Toma no cu.
Porque aí se tu ganhasse uma faca, tu vendia e comprava o jogo, né?
Sim. Tu acha mesmo que eu tenho sorte pra essas coisas? Não tenho sorte pra nada.
Cara, pior que ontem eu fiquei com uma vontade de abrir, porque eu tava pensando assim, pô, vai que eu abro e ganho uma faca, assim, velho.
Cara, é por isso que todo mundo abre, assim, não sei se tu sabe. É por isso por isso que a Valve tá rica, mano. É porque todo mundo pensa assim, tá ligado? E todo mundo se fode. Tu acha que é o único que pensa assim, porra? Vai que vem uma faca. Porra, o mundo inteiro tá aí, cara. Cara, eu não tenho vontade de ter uma faca. Pra mim tá bom, mano.
Eu tenho, velho. Pô, aperta F e o cara faz uma animaçãozinha na mão dele. Uma baioneta mesmo. Não tem que ter.
Tem razão. Pagar R$500 de uma faca vale muito a pena. Pra ter uma animaçãozinha no joguinho.
Vale.
Tomando no teu cu, velho. Tô chegando perto do PC Gamer do Gaules.
Falta o quê?
77777. Hey, bro.
A configuração do PC dele é muito ridícula, velho.
Ridículo de boa, né?
Sim.
Mano, tem chave aqui que custa R$58, mano. Qual que é o sentido, cara?
Cara, quanto que é pra pegar na loja do Gaules lá?
Essa caixa é Operação Libertação. O que que ela vem, mano?
Ela te liberta de todo mal.
Por R$58 tá válido. Acho válido. Que demora, mano. Tava 3 minutos e agora tá 2 minutos.
É a vida, né? Já volto.
Olha o Dead ali.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GGBet.
It's time for another Vertigo. We started the day with Vertigo. Will we end it, or will we get taken to 3? It's up to MIBR to decide. FURIA, they took the first on Inferno. Myself, Henry Greer, and Chad Birchill hanging out in the boss.
The clanging of your jewelry there as well was coming through. It sounded very good.
Or was it the hour and my watch telling me?
Oh, it could have been both.
Could have been both.
I like how your alarm goes off on the watch as well. You got multiple alarms.
Yeah,
just in case.
I actually worked that one out last night.
Okay, I wanted to talk about it. You notice the alarm in our house that goes off when he's in bed all the time?
And you're like, this is ridiculous.
There's one at like 5 in the morning, I think, that goes off. There's one at 6 p.m. I believe as well.
How do you even set alarms on watches unintentionally?
Well, it's a great question, Chad. Not much of a Casio connoisseur. I do like the style though.
Okay.
And mine now goes off at an appropriate time.
Okay.
Every time.
That's nice.
What's the appropriate time?
4:20.
Okay, that's one of some people's favorite time of the day, that's for sure.
It's a trivial time, but we're not flying through Inferno. Don't fear, that was map 1. We still get to see Vertigo, and it's very exciting to see if FURIA have diversified a little bit, or if they even need to. Will MIBR be able to hold them back?
Caralho, começou, porra.
And we're going to be seeing 4 make it 5 across that bridge without anybody hitting their walk key. They want to go fast.
So yeah, here we go then. Very quick indeed up towards shop. They're smoked out. It's a little bit clumsy now. Any fast approach they had in mind might be
Tomou, ah não. Isso. Não é possível, cara. Boa.
And this brawl and interesting atmosphere we find ourselves in continues.
Okay, so just when a game-winning flank looks like it's paid off, KNG hits the 2 rather easy looking.
Vai, Miane. Miane. Boa, Miane. Meierne. Não sei como é que fala direito isso não. Castrato, cai. Cai do prédio. Não. Galera, calma. Boa! Nossa, rapaziada, valeu, fezinho. KNG jogou bem, mano. Pou, pegou o outro ali já. Jogou bem zaço, nice. Cobrados.
We might have a mid-span right here. Let's get this one over and done with.
It's a quick one.
There we go, nice and quick. All right, so here's the one you want for Liquid to qualify. If Liquid win versus FURIA beat MIBR, and Envy beat Bad News Bears, Team Liquid will finish 3rd. Ooh. So I think either way, if Team Liquid win versus MIBR beat FURIA, and Bad News Bears beat Envy, Team Liquid can finish 3rd as well. So there's multiple opportunities for Liquid to finish within the top 3.
Yeah, I guess for Team Liquid, like they said, they just win their game. Hope for the best. They have no control over that, but it would be nice to see them go for sure. But maybe they don't deserve it at this point. In fact, it comes down to those details. Suggest they haven't put a good enough shift in here.
Yeah, EG didn't make it, so if Liquid don't make it either, that's the 2 biggest names in North America being knocked out already, and there's the opening right there. Yuri onto Fallen. They're going to slow down this A-round push, and up and over they go.
We heard him. Lots of steps from Fur, but he maneuvers quite efficiently around the smoke.
Yeah, really nice round from FURIA there. You can see they've kept everyone alive, removed 2 of them there, and actually fallen back. There's no way the Fur can rebuttal here. So with 78 HP, they've got themselves 3 smokes. Oh, I like this boost. You wouldn't ever expect this coming in. At this stage of the round, Henny will get one. Nice shot from KNG, but still, I like the approach.
Yeah, it makes it really awkward now. Another frag puts them down to just 2. Art's smoke as well enables him to catch the cross of Mayan. And, well, he's actually done more than just catch the cross. He's finished it off. KNG now could be sneaking behind enemy lines, but Art's so ready for it. He's holding this push, specifically this push, and he can't wait any longer. Pulls the trigger, gets himself his 3rd frag, and FURIA's first.
Yeah, FURIA were quite early adopters of Vertigo, if you guys remember rightly. Back in the early days, I remember when the map first came out, there was like a DreamHack event. It was actually in Brazil, where FURIA was playing against Avant-Garde on Vertigo. My memory works, apparently.
Wow.
And they were playing on Vertigo well and truly in the early stages. So I would say out of teams who are more comfortable on the map, it should be FURIA. But with the recent changes, who really knows how this one's going to pan on out? I remember watching MIBR not that long ago on this map, and mid was quite the focal point. But back towards A we go. All 5 members barreling on up, and well, Art wants to greet them with aggression again, this time 1.5.
It's looking good, though, in terms of damage dished out, but still an equal scenario for now. Huge round still. MIBR will have nothing left to give this round up. Fallen enter with the Desert Eagle, and they're crouching beneath scaffolding right now, looking for an opportunity. But KNG, he finds it. Yuri Gore his pants down, and is heading to pull back the frags here. Taco, low health, bomb on his back. He can't really challenge this kill too much. He's been very careful. His teammate Mayan, though, has busted through towards the A side. Will he get the second kill here? Doesn't look to be the case. USP drawn, and is he back up desperately here? KSerato nowhere to be seen, and MIBR found themselves a 3-on-1 advantage.
They are low enough for this to be promising. Fallen's got no armor. He's the only healthy member, but they do have rifles. All they'd need to do is simply click upon his dome. KSerato, just the 1 frag so far.
He can nade the plant.
The clutch.
If this is quick enough.
It's a kill.
Oh, it would have been excellent. It is still the kill, and he's got an incendiary here, so not all is lost. I wonder what the plan's going to be. I don't think that's going to be winning the round. And it's going to be the flashbang from Fallen. They're certainly well from MIBR.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff under pressure, really. Can get a little bit clumsy in those scenarios right there. And now, well, FURIA have to be asking, do they want to go for another buy round here? Early stages, MIBR winning out this force buy battle back and forth. And Mayan was instrumental here with 2 big frags, opening up the bomb site. He did good with the USP, all things considered.
Yeah, I like the angle he found as well on that crane push. You can stand on the stand at the sandbags and still see their head. It's quite an impressive find from Taco all the same. Oh, Art! That is quite the announcement. He goes for the AK with style, and now Yuri's filled the feed as well. We've seen many of these rounds on Inferno, but it doesn't take long for the chaos to begin here on Vertigo.
Oh, the Zeus strikes again. It's getting more and more popular here, and Mayan just walks into a guaranteed death towards B. 5-on-2, Fallen and Taco here. Were fully invested as well. It was looking like a bit of a gimme situation as well. Starting to get into 5th gear on Vertigo, looking like their usual selves, but now dropping to the pistols. They might even find a kill here in round number 5. Wallbang attempt towards KSerato finds him at 59 HP, but the Desert Eagles are ready and waiting. Taco's looking fantastic here. Could find himself a second kill. Art's such low health. 1 bullet would do it, and it's converted.
Taco's scary boy, but he's silenced, and the corner works for Henny. 1 left, Fallen. He's got 2 to find. Is he really going to hold it? No. Fakes it out, hoping KSerato would make the audible, and on the headshot, he does catch one. Oh, he's gonna dunk him, and now onto Vinny. This is so winnable. He's even got a flash. Vinny, he steps into the mark and takes the frag. No armor, no problem. FURIA will win with just Eagles.
As long as they win the round, doesn't matter how close it was, FURIA will be taking that one all day long. A Zeus kill, Desert Eagles, and then walking in towards B. It was an absolute absurd situation here, but I do like that a lot. KNG gets absolutely fried at the top of the ladder, and Vinny, he starts making this round work. Good stuff here from FURIA. They needed this one. It felt like it was getting a bit dangerous out there for them. As they'll bring in an AWP, M4s as well, and it's going to be a fast approach towards A. Is this an eco? Kind of is. They've got the AK from the previous round by looks of things, but at this point, Art aggressive once again, but good for one. And there he is, Yuri. He arrives to make us one of the first convincing rounds we've had so far.
This is crazy. I love the pace of the game, though, right?
Yeah, keep it coming.
The reason that it's cool is because the rounds are almost like a coin toss, right? If the flash lands as a player turns, or if somebody misses a nade in all of this flurry, these rounds can turn very, very quickly here. But I like this. Art dumps his entire ammo straight down through that smoke. Yuri's there to back him on up, and he gets the lion's share of kills. Oh, we have 4 grenades coming out here on the side of MIBR. I wonder where they want to use these. Art has been hyper-aggressive towards the ramp, maybe just up behind the sandbag. They will throw it. This time Art's not there. They can drop their own defensive utility right now, and MIBR, they challenge forward.
Yeah, they want to fight, and it makes sense. Art, he's just standing and meeting them. This is very scary stuff. And now a bomb plant looking like a likelihood. It could be stopped by Yuri, and is. Another emerging through the smoke. Yuri missing his initial shots. Keisarato's in support, but it's far from a guarantee. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like FURIA do. A good shot from Fur. That's his second of the round, and he wants more.
Keisarato will close things out. Another exciting round, but only a couple of kills found for MIBR this time. Money's starting to stabilize. They'll have AK-47s for sure, but 4-3, and what we consider, that being a very operative word in this sentence, to be a T-sided affair. With the Krieg changes recently, and the map changing in general significantly, really difficult to gauge that. We've only cast it, what, 3 or 4 times? I think it's only been played at professional level, maybe a handful. So we'll see how it develops, and we'll keep track of it for you. So you guys don't have to at home. That's what we're here for. Just helping you out, getting the information you need.
Oh my God, these guys are all madmen. He's just jumped straight down. He's taken a chunk of health off himself.
But he flashed at the same time, so the leg break wasn't heard, and that's gonna be heard across the server. Art is down, unretrievable. Yuri trying to take the same fight. This time, though, it's favoring MIBR by a large stretch.
The thing with that fight is, you win, that's it, that's the round. That's done and dusted. You lose, well, I guess you still have a bit of an opportunity. A 3-on-5 situation right here. Keisarato has full control of the B lobby, but meanwhile MIBR are over on this A site. Henny's found an equalizer. KNG Meba overstepping the mark right here. And look at all the nades that have been left. FURIA, they will be saving, but there could have been an argument for a retake.
I think so, but I guess they're looking at the bigger picture at this point. They're probably not going to win this round with 3 players up. They've got an AWP in the mix as well for the retake. And they've got, sure, utility to use in that position, but you're probably better off just saving it to keep the money nice and strong going forward.
Chad, you don't have to bring it up for everyone, but could you look at that round and see where that sandbag smoke came from?
Vertigo's the only one we can't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Vertigo's not been updated. Okay. Damn, because that smoke that multiple times that FURIA have been playing around, it's on sandbags, and then they have this slight gap for those that are crossing towards Scaff. Yuri got pre-fired this time.
I was curious to see if they're throwing it or if MIBR are throwing it, because I know that the T-sides love to dump a deeper smoke, right? Because if the CTs are throwing the deep one, you limp yours forward.
You see it's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, but Yuri often shoots underneath that. It was actually just the pre-fire from Fur. You see this corner? That angle Yuri was trying to exploit. Perfect replay. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to say that would be, I'm not 100%, but most likely a T-sided smoke. Because if you're under the smoke, which you could see right there, you're going to have the one-way. Whereas Yuri above it, he might get lucky with a little bit of a gap on the side, but he shouldn't be able to see under it because he's on the higher elevation.
It would favor the T's.
Precisely.
Okay, thank you. Okay, insightful, but Yuri did make it work before, and he's done it again this time with a flash from Henny. Catching off the Observer with another aggressive push. Rush just assumed it wasn't going to happen. As would most. Henny's flashed off of middle. Looks like a different look from MIBR here.
Wow, the display of smokes and Molotovs certainly are overwhelming for FURIA, but they're absolutely fine until KNG gets a great shot there towards CT spawn. Keisarato, aware of construction here. Oh, in the girder, he's been spotted as well. This is actually looking quite good from MIBR. That's a nice shot though. Vinny, can he find another one? Will have to be very crisp aim. He can't find it, and now Yuri left in the impossible scenario. 3 versus 1. Bomb to be planted momentarily. I guess he does have a chance with this one. The kit, the flashbang's there, but just very unlikely if he gets close to the bomb.
Yeah, you saw the update of the B stream there. Looks like Bad News Bears could be taking them to 3. They're up 11-7. Map 2, NV 1-0 up in the series.
So good news for Liquid fans.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears can still qualify as well, I think, and Envy. So the only team out of contention right now, let me double check here, is Yeah, are locked into 6th no matter what.
Right, due to losing to Liquid.
Yeah, Bad News Bears can still place 3rd if they beat Envy 2-0. Oh, never mind. Bad News Bears can't place 3rd. Yeah, so Bad News Bears are out. Yeah, Gaming is out. It's now just a 4-horse race, and well, we already know FURIA locked into that top 3. So it's just between Envy, MIBR, and Team Liquid for the 2 remaining slots here this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's looking pretty good from MIBR, I have to say. I'm quite impressed with their T side showing. It's going to be KNG pushing for the flames. We said the mid is going to be a very important area of this version of Vertigo. KNG is our impact player, round number 9, 2 kills, 200 damage. As we get into another buy for FURIA, stems from their frugality in the previous rounds. We're going to see Henny with the AWP, a FAMAS for Yuri, and will they keep hammering it home towards A? Art is certainly an aggressive player. I've been enjoying it so far. And K-Serato caught out this time, but Vinny may be on for 2. Nice work. The incendiary will make things a little bit complicated as well. They're going to have to run the goal. That's the bomb going down, Taco.
Wow.
Wasn't required. And now that's made things a lot more complicated for them.
Yeah, that opening frag from Mayan looked like a dream.
Big gap.
And a huge gap. Henny's back is exposed. Yuri can trade for. He gets caught dropping off. Fallen, however, does find a way into the site. He's trying to get the bomb across. My God, he's going to fight him. A smoke from Yuri trying to escape. Fallen in a 1v2. Fakes it out. Knows he's being pushed. A great shot. Fallen. He's on form today. He's on for the clutch now. Bomb down. Advantage is his.
Incendiary, though, available for Yuri and the defuse kit. A couple of shots in this FAMAS will close things out, but Fallen, I would say, has the advantage with the bomb down. Yuri's just not moving. He's hoping that a mistake will be made, but it's just not going to come through. Fallen, he can't believe his luck. Doesn't even seem to be going for it. Now we'll have to actually get the skates on and see what can be done here.
A wide swing and hit your shot. He's loud. Fallen can hear it coming. And no problem. Fallen, 3 in the round, but 2 in the clutch. That is massive for MIBR. Puts them back in the driving seat of this half.
Yeah, I would say so for sure. There's not really much to be said about the follow-up round. K-Serato caught jumping across there. Leaping to the boxes and Fallen. He'll win out in a 3 versus 1 here. Epic shots as well. You're right. He does look like he's on form. That's a bit of classic Fallen, this sort of clutch. Close range, confident, and dictating the pace of the round. Has to be the eco, but FURIA managed to make this work before. They love jumping into the choke points, don't they? KNG, a little bit too fast for them this time. And that's going to be the round, I'm afraid. Chad did say it's a fast-paced game, certainly living up to expectations.
If you've just left the room and come back and the round is over, blink of an eye, B take. Not much that Henny could have done there. So they'll be bringing the weapons back out. How crucial do they consider that AWP? That's the question. They don't really have the funds, but it looks like K-Serato is going to be whipping one out.
Just quickly, ladies and gentlemen, last time these 2 teams played on Vertigo, it was in Season 11 of the Pro League. FURIA won that game 16-4, but that was on the previous version. This is the updated version with all the changes that we've been telling you about. So MIBR have had an opportunity to retool and see if this map suits them a little bit more. I'm going to be curious to see now that that B bomb site is a little bit more open, that they could do a double AWP setup. Still be potent.
I do like a double AWP setup, but on Vertigo, it seems like a lot of AWPers are still kind of finding their bearings, as it were, trying to work out how they can be very effective, what the kind of roles they like. And I feel like the single AWP setup, at least what we've seen so far, the chaos coming through, might just be better to have a rifle.
It's funny, K-Serato's actually doing the primary AWPing right here, and Henny's picked up M4.
And he's almost forced himself to do it as well. It's glass cannon, right? So he must have either a very good spawn or a little set piece he's got in mind. Sends it over towards B, and he is smoked out. So, Yuri to challenge.
Oh, look how fast Fur got there.
That's going to do nothing. He could see all the smokes there. He just wasted $600.
I saw that as well. I was like, that seems like a very odd move to make. Maybe it lands on top of the sandbag, but either way, definitely didn't. HE deployed towards the scaff, and that lands in Taco's pocket. 55 damage inflicted, and a little boost here as well. You can see how this works out for him, but Fallen deploys the smoke. He can see the backpack of 1.
Shoot him.
Doesn't fancy it.
And he's lost his teammate now. KNG does go down. Art as well, hitting all the shots, and FURIA still rocking. Only 2 remain. Fallen, he's going to try and do it again. This time would be more impressive. He's just in the open with that AWP. Closing the gap a little bit now after clawing one back. But man, the ways in for MIBR are minimal.
There's no need to over-peak right now. Taco, he gets 1, traded out. This is a 3-on-1 situation, but Fallen's in fine form this evening. Could find a couple more here. Economy not great on the side of FURIA. They can't risk losing any more players here.
Give it to be Fallen. He's hunting for Vinny. Oh, and he hits a stunner straight through the box. Knows there's another hunting him down so close. He's aware of the flank, but Henny's the one to deal with him in the end. They'll preserve a second AWP as well.
I'm feeling this from Fallen tonight. He's looking great. 7-5, Furia win the round, but still, you can feel it. They weren't exactly comfortable in that scenario at all. Fallen showing us the old boy still got it. Taco, a couple of kills from him, but wasn't quite enough there. Fallen just trying to close things out. As we get into a tactical timeout now, called by MIBR. After giving up the previous round, it broke their spell, and Pasha Biceps, Papito himself, he recommends this match, and I do too.
We've got the Papito seal of approval.
Certainly do. Always good to see. Not sure if he's listening to us. Might be tuning into an alternative language broadcast, which is available to you too. But I hope he is. We're missing.
7-5.
Double AWPs. This is going to be so dangerous because we've seen some of the pace on MIBR's rounds. If they overrun a bomb site, I don't know if I have to keep reiterating the danger of double AWPs on these close quarter maps for everybody at home.
I think you've made it clear, but the B push that we've seen from MIBR, it worked once. I wonder if they're going to go for something similar again. Does seem to be leaning that way. Couple over towards the default on A. Serato flashed off for now. Typical presence to start things off. That's a risk, but Henny wasn't ready for it. Now vulnerable. He's going to look into tuck tail, but I'm not sure they're going to let him leave.
They're going to think he's already gotten away right now. There's no way they think he's still in that position. Oh, they've already got full mid control here.
Oh, KNG. A lot of damage dished out. They got advantage.
They can't be ready for fur, though. And Henny does manage to make it work. The frags are all coming in, and just as Fur's fantastic flank has arrived, all of his team have disappeared. Oh, that's going to be such a bitter pill to swallow.
He's trying to find players in rotation right here, but they're being very, very passive. Surprising to say that with FURIA in the server. You can hear one below him. Vinny's got him relatively locked on in. And that'll be the round. 6 on the ball for FURIA now. Still a chance for them to win this half.
Yeah, they're pulling it back with a nice convincing round there towards the bookend of this first half. So they need to pick their poison now, MIBR. They've all got around $4,000, some a little bit less. So before I can even speculate, they are going to be fully investing with a UMP on the T side. Let's look at the helmet situation. FURIA fully equipped. Mayan with 5 kills, 8 deaths so far. He will be at the bottom of the pack, but maybe he can make this UMP work as we get into the penultimate round of this first half, as FURIA look to close this out 2-0.
Look, Graham Pitch has been on the line, guys. He's let me know that Liquid have taken down that of That's the step in the right direction if you are a Liquid fan and you want to see them going through to the playoffs. They've been able to pick up a big victory right there, but let's get back into the action here as that nade lands, skittles between 3 of the pins down the alley.
Yeah, a lot of damage inflicted, another smoke down, and the incendiary not quite ideal, but Taco does take a bullet through the smoke regardless, so a bit of damage inflicted there as they start to edge towards the scaffolding spot. Henny not backing down, he wants a kill first, and Yuri will get it. That's a wallbang through the smoke as well, maybe outstaying as well. Henny will be dropped. The incendiary could be pretty decent though.
He pushes!
Oh, it's brilliant! Oh! That's enough though. With the AWP there, they should be happy with this advantage, but you're never going to be
happy.
You've won the round there, lads. Just fall back. You've got all that incendiaries, the smokes. Either way, 3-on-2, KNG and Mayan will have to work this one out. They have a smoke and a Molotov remaining and need to recover the C4.
I can't believe Yuri continued to press the issue.
It's mental, isn't it? It's like you've got 3 kills. It's such a big round. You've got the bomb there. They can have it. It's fine.
You break their cash. They get 2,400 in the next. You win the half 8-7. That's how this story was meant to go.
Well, it's still looking good for them. Maybe I'm pouring on a bit thick because they still have the 3-on-2, but still, 25 seconds remaining. KNG, a dangerous player, and this is a dangerous position.
You heard him. The flames touched Art, but it isn't enough to work with on that sound cue. Damn, straight through the metal wall. Art lives at 19 HP, and Mayan's going to get caught. Wow, it's actually Serato from the flank. He bided his time, but eventually strikes. It's 7-7. FURIA, you said it. You painted the picture. It will just be Tech-9s and utility. Let's see this from Yuri. This was a lovely start. He's got his wall banks all set up. A straight headshot into Fur, but this push, it caught MIBR and us off guard. Sticking around for the 4th was where the criticism started to be levied, but still fantastic work all the same. And now the final round of this half is on sidearms and a couple of SMGs, a mid-call.
Well, some of the best rounds have ever taken place in CSGO, Alex, had this sort of setup. Tech 9s, Mac 10s, Desert Eagles, and a missed shot from the AWP. That's what you need to start believing in this sort of setup here. And they're going to go for this smoke. You know they are. KNG with the Mac 10. He'll find a bit of an opening here, and it's back and forth. Chaotic as you like. This is what we wanted to see. But man advantage for FURIA.
Look at Fallen's position. He should catch Vinny here. Yes, indeed. Body shots. That's a rifle upgrade. He can't believe his luck. Taking the AK straight towards K-Serato's domain. Wasn't expecting that, was he? Bomb down now, and leaping into K-Serato's flick. One more with the USP, and he finishes the job. Can he finish it completely? There's only one man left. It's Taco to win the half. A 1 versus 3, or it's all Furias. Yep, Art will confirm it. 8-7, Furia. They stabilize in the first half of their map pick. We're back and we're on Vertigo. 8-7 does keep them inseparable in this domestic derby. Two Brazilian squads duking it out, and for their fate in the road to Rio. It is a home soil major eventually over in November, but we find ourselves at the beginning of May. This is when things start blooming, birds start singing.
Chad starts casting.
I'm getting a bit dizzy up here, Alex.
Why is that?
We're 51 floors up in the sky right now.
Oh, you're having some vertigo, are you?
That's the one. As well, aggressive towards the A ramp will be MIBR. They get a bit of free information. They spot up a couple of members. The FURIA will think better of pushing that one. Any combing towards mid has to deal with Fur.
He's holding a teeny tiny slither gap, but Fallen's about to get progressed on. He did catch a glimpse of Vinny, who's closing the gap now, and while fully blind, he does get the first frag. That Molotov is so effective. Fallen repositioning though, and taking a pot shot on Yuri. It does look like FURIA plan to commit to this. A smoke arriving for the cross.
I'm not sure where this one's going. Fallen looks like he's set for at least another kill here. Very confident in his approach. KNG will take down Henny, and there's no bomb plan as of yet. This is a bit of a nightmare for both teams. It's chaotic once again. I couldn't tell you who's winning this one. Yuri versus Fur at this stage. Fur has the advantage in terms of the weaponry. Needs to land a shot. Yuri will know exactly where he is. Oh, they've lost track of each other now. Back into the 1 versus 1 duel, trying to bring down the distance. Who's going to be winning here? I couldn't tell you. All strategies and tactics are going out the window. Yuri and Fur in a 1v1 here. Still going to be down to the headshot. And Yuri, I would just be jumping off the building at this point. Just taking it with me. He's like, wait.
Guys, we had a question come through. You know how we like the questions?
I don't mind those. Those are fun.
So Frederick, Tipsmark is his name.
Hey, Fred.
He said, we're starting to see some T-side players drop their AKs and pick up M4s instead. Most notably Glaive, but a few others doing as well. Jack did it against Mouse. Why is this starting to become a thing? Do you want to answer it, Alex?
No, I asked the same question today, and Henry gave me the answer, but go ahead.
Okay, well, the answer, as far as I'm aware, is because the lack of head armor. And the M4 can get it done when there's no head armor on those CTs right there.
Makes all the sense. Oh, Serato makes light work of the mid push there. I'll be honest with you, Chad. I was daydreaming you out of the question, so if I was supposed to give you anything,
no, it's fine.
Couldn't help you out.
We were talking about the M4s being picked up on the T side a little bit more. There's a question coming in.
Glaive's been doing that recently, and it's just down to the fact I think it's got a higher DPS output when you know they have no helmets. If you know they're going to be broken next round, they're going to be an eco. You can do big spray downs against the pistols, and it's a bit more nimble, right? You can
easier to control.
Run and gun with it a bit more, and it just is personal preference. I think it's down to in Source where you always used to do it as well.
Exactly. In 1.6, we did the same thing as well. So it is just exactly that.
Oh look, another CT side on match point with only 3K.
Oh dear.
Another one of them.
Envy could steal that away and 2-0 the series right here.
They certainly could. But we're into our game. That's happening over on the B stream. Vinny does get a lot of space here early on B. There's been a bit of a battle for it. You saw them even on the CT side. Oh, and talking of CT side, are the CTs boosting?
It's a 4-man A-lane right now from the CTs.
Okay, wow. That is a huge investment of resources, and they're hitting B. Fur, he better hope he hits his first shot. Art's managed to get boosted up completely, non-visibly. He could get swung on. He could get swung on so hard. They're going to throw some util. That's a little bit of a sitter. Art goes down first, leading by example, though, as the molly's perfect, and they have the B site.
Do you know how good of an entry fragger Art would be if he could just wait for his flash to pop?
Serato, he's only got a fraction of health, and the frags keep coming. Mayan's done enough or not. Serato and the transfer from Yuri, they're just by the skin of their teeth holding on. He's got no health. He should die, but he stands his ground. 3 kills. He had 5 HP for 2 of them, and it was with a bloody SMG. Serato, again, the hero for FURIA.
So that's a bonus round victory as well for FURIA. That's huge. MIBR are down to pistols once again. It's 11-7, likely to be 12, as FURIA start to show us why this is their map pick. Very close round once again. About what you'd expect. I don't think there's been any real clean rounds with 5 players surviving. It always comes down to a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 1 every single round. Everyone's run out of ammo, grenades. It's just ducking and weaving around the map. I love it. We're going to see the Scout and CZ combo here, but no armor. Fallen. He has looked very sharp tonight. I will say that much. Credit where credit's due.
I really like this type of Counter-Strike.
I love it. This is more like it.
This is the type of Counter-Strike Henry and I used to play. It was like you were just punching each other. Every round was basically, and that's all you would do. There was none of this tactical nuance.
You're looking for the big economical reset. That would be the haymaker. Then you start exploiting that and you get your rounds in.
The game used to be about rhythm, didn't it?
Yeah.
It had a bit of a vibe to it.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. The rhythm of it. Being able to read the game. Now it's impossible, right? Because you know that, well, they'll probably have pistols, but now with the state of the game, the pistol armor and a few grenades will actually be enough to make it like a gun round. So it's difficult to really find that rhythm.
All it takes is one person catching one player off.
Yeah, I kind of miss this sort of style we have, the craziness in these sort of rounds where players just go for a straight up play towards a bomb site, go for a nice stack and see if it works out. Either way, I digress. We'll get into round number 19 And MIBR might have the first couple of kills here. Taco had every opportunity to find that second, and the scout will land a bullet towards Vinny, and he needs to be careful. Fur is watching the catwalk right now. I've got a feeling Vinny's just going to peek into it.
He's going to have like a little inquisitive jiggle straight into that scout.
It feels like him.
Never mind. Vinny, Henny, everybody doing their job, but that's the tag he was looking for. He could finish this off. He had the USP. But that's another one for Furia. They're making the B side look a whole lot more appealing here. And just, you know, we asked questions of their T side. We were like, will it be the same? It seems they've got more to it.
Isn't Toledo on MIBR?
Yes.
But Furia are the ones who are too fast, too furious. And then, you know, the main guy, Vin Diesel.
A lot of references there. What have I missed? Is that the name of his character?
I think it is. I think it is.
I have no idea. I'm sure you're right.
Toledo, yeah, he is. I think that rings a bell.
I have never seen it.
I see what you just did there.
I hope it was good.
I think it's fantastic. I just haven't seen Fast and Furious in a while.
I saw it last when I was about 12, so I'm really not going to be able to help you out there.
I've been Tokyo drifting away from car movies for a while now.
What about Cars, the film?
No, that's more my speed. Lightning McQueen.
Actually, fair enough.
What a guy.
That's an excellent piece of cinema.
What a kid.
Can't argue with that. Cars 2, not so good, but still a classic.
Yeah. Oh, it's Toretto.
Okay, so almost something. Well, unless you get actually nail it, that doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry, everyone.
But I do like it all the same. Toretto.
Toretto. It just means he swears all the time, incontrollably.
Fur, though, is there a chance? There's a 4 versus 4, but bear in mind they only have that one kit. Incendiary will be going down, but Fur has been locked out. He's going to spam a lot of his bullets off here. Needs a reload, to be honest with you. 9 bullets remaining. He'll fall back. Do they even want to go for this one? There's 2 Molotovs remaining for Furia. They can just deploy those down the channels here momentarily as soon as they feel the retake coming through. And here comes the first kill. Henny's to absolutely destroy Fallen. Drop a Molotov at this stage. Job's a good one.
Lots of headshot angles on this new B site. If you've got the confidence, you can take a real tight line as the T in this after plan. And Fur, his patience does not get rewarded. KNG now going to try and maintain his AWP and underhand smoke, and he expects the hunt. Looking for the no-scope, quick scope into one. And then he's bouncing through the smoke. KNG does well to preserve the AWP. Some great shots hit. And he will keep hold of it. But Furia, they can't complain. They picked themselves up another round. They're closing in on that magical 16. This is how Art started it off.
Yeah, that boost is catching out a lot of players so far.
It seems like it's to be a very important part of the game going forward here. We remember on the previous iteration of Vertigo, it was a 3-man boost. Players were doing that just before this came through, and now it's actually part of the game. That's pretty cool.
Nice little addition, but we're getting to the crunch time of this map right here, ladies and gentlemen, and what this means for Furia is, while they win this, they're first in the group. That's fantastic. However, for MIBR, if they lose to Furia, Envy, now in overtime against Bad News Bears, are able to close that one out, and Team Liquid have already picked up the result over Yeah Gaming. Well, MIBR will finish 4th. Ooh. So they need to start turning this one around right here, right now, or their tournament life is on the line.
Elimination then for MIBR. They've got quite the comeback ahead of them. It seems that B site has been causing a lot of problems. Will Furia try and mix it up? And it does seem like they are going to be changing the pace as all those steps are heard. Charging up a 4-man stack from the CTs. Are you ready for the round to end in 30 seconds? Because I am.
Well, they're doing the boost as well. They're going to get caught in transition. This could be clunky.
Everybody.
Here. They're up. They're going to swarm all over this.
Echo, he's got 2 backs turned. Hello, anybody? He's taking his time. He only gets 1. It does seem a little short of the mark because the rest have all gone down. The boost. He couldn't believe how many players he had to process there.
If KNG goes for this and he loses the AWP, the funds on the other side of things, they're going to be bankrupt. 3,400, that's all that's going to come through. He's been spotted now. They know where he is. The tag, it's happened, but now they can hunt him down. They can take this AWP away.
I think he will be falling back towards spawn. Looks like he's done enough in that respect, but yes, Chad is dead on. He won't be doing much about this, and he actually is going for it. Okay, he's got a smoke and a flashbang. I think they do need this round. If he gets it, it's going to light the fire beneath the MIBR squad here. So smoke goes down. Like I said, kit available. But he hasn't touched the bomb yet, so they're not going to start panicking, to be honest with you, and why would they? And I think he might have just cost himself the round with this long little flank.
This is taking too long. It's taking way too long.
He can't even defuse now.
Oh, they're well aware. He's got spammed.
They just pre-fire. They're like the only option if he's going for it.
If I smoke the bomb, give it a defuse, get one of them removed.
Look at the money. They have to eco. That means they're conceding 15.
I guess they'll be partial by at least. They'll be like Deagle Armor.
Henry, when was the last time you saw MIBR win 8 rounds straight?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. Probably never, but...
But that's what I mean right now.
Forcing it, Chad.
Okay.
Here we go. We're going in.
Oh, they have to. They had to force here. This is really do or die.
Jeez, that AWP could have been a real nice addition to this second round, to this force spike, excuse me, not second round, far from that, 22nd more like. Fallen is underhanding a flash, wants to give them the fight, and that's exactly what they needed. An opening frag, make it 2, trades every time though.
Sandbag though. KNG has to go huge here.
Yeah, and the Molotov's coming in. He's got nothing to defend himself. He'll swing out, and Henny will take him down. They can put the brakes on here, but Vinny, of course, wants to keep it interesting. Swings out by himself towards short, and that's going to bring it back to a 2-on-2. So, I couldn't tell you why he made that play.
This is the kill.
This is the kill that decides it. And he nails it. Fur.
Oh!
Here we go. Oh, did he spot him?
I don't think so. He's acting like he almost did.
Well, he doesn't know if he took the bomb or not, right? So he's assuming he's gone towards B. So has we grabbed the bomb for Henny yet?
No. It's just there on scaffolding.
Well, he's made a lot of noise there. I'm not... All right.
Deep breaths.
You got a minute to work with. You have no idea who he is. It's this wall.
Just faked him now.
Faked him out with the audio cue.
That's what I like to see. Now we're getting to the proper levels.
So he's double faked him here.
Yeah, that's much more like it. All right. I totally love that.
And Fur has gone for the, okay, you're messing with me, I'm sitting in the middle of the map.
Henny's doing it again.
Well, Henny will always have the advantage in this sort of scenario because he's not the one that needs to keep track of his opposition. It's actually down to Fur to try and work out what's the most logical place to position himself. Construction's not bad. He gets access to both bomb sites, but needs to be very careful here with any noises made.
I don't know. I feel like Fur wins this. It just
if he hides on site, he definitely wins this.
He's on gens, yeah. Henny's being loud.
And proud.
Unless he fakes the plant to try and draw him out here, but I don't think he will. He's going to go down, and that's a huge round for MIBR to take right here. That was such a flurry over towards the top of A ramp.
Problem is, only one player survives there, Chad, and they're probably going to have less than they started with, right? Because they win it. They can get FAMASs again, but Fur can drop one weapon. There's going to be a lot of cash here, and it'll be a tactical timeout for FURIA. So the buys will come through. It'll be a severe lack of utility, and it's going to be a pretty much similar round. Like FAMASs, M4s, comes down to the 1 versus 1 here, and FURIA... I dare say maybe got a little bit too excited at man advantage and started giving up kills for free. But either way, Fur will win out. And here's the 2 FAMASs, MP9. No AWP to speak of, couple of kits. So a huge weaponry advantage here for FURIA. Looking for series point. 1 round will do it.
That's a tense timeout.
It certainly is. So much riding on this. MIBR elimination is on the cards.
Or in them. Depends on where you're from.
Charging towards the ramp though, and already Fallen taking another opening frag. He's given them what they need. Now just pull back, and KNG another. This is dreamy for MIBR. They can chill, but it doesn't look like they want to. They want to keep bringing the fight to them. Nearly taking down Vinny, but perhaps a chance. Fur will get Molotov'd off. He smokes it this time. They're heading straight towards Taco, and he's handled the first. A second as well for Yuri, but not today. And now with a very low HP, it looks like they've done enough. 2 on the site.
Oh, hold on.
Imagine if he nutmegs this smoke.
Yeah, this could be here behind them.
Imagine if he nutmegs this smoke.
That would be madness.
We get a free kill on the site.
Not free if Fur's holding it.
This is all going to come down to the timing.
Yeah. Spotted. Knows there's another potential, and now with his nades in his hand, it's KNG. He'll finish it off. Nice work from MIBR. They needed that. And looks like we could be going all the way. That's going to break the FURIA bank. And look at that start from Fallen. KNG hitting another as well. This shot just through the floorboards. You can see how little he's working with there to react. Good, impressive stuff.
I feel like they've done enough to break the money now. And it presumably means we'll get the 30 rounds at this point, because that's normally how this goes down. You get to the boiling point, you get yourself to 14.
They went Hero AK here.
Hero AK. So a bit of a partial buy. Yuri will have armor as well.
They're going through this. Taco has to get multiple kills here. Does he even know?
He heard something for sure. Mayan will back him up. But against the AK-47, oh, goodness gracious me. That's not ideal.
They have to be careful with this boost now.
There's no window to back up from middle now. Once you lose this B site, it can all fall apart. And Mayan's not looking for this boost at all. Luckily, it's a missed shot. Should not be alive. And barely took any damage for that. Didn't take any damage.
Yeah, Art kind of panicked. He got flustered when he saw the opponent so close in proximity to the boost. Now, unfortunately, their tricks will fall flat. A deagle upgrade for K-Serato, it's something. He's even posturing for another boost, but oh, Mayan is tucked in on the site. Another to be found, so loud about it. Heart goes down, and so MIBR, they have managed to deal.
I think that FURIA were getting a little bit ahead of themselves in the last couple of rounds here. They're just trying to finish it with speed. Now, we know speed is on the agenda with these guys, but it felt like they were trying to use a crowbar, right? We don't need a crowbar right now. What we need is someone who is quite seasoned in cracking safes. And we know they have the strategies, so let's take a deep breath. You're 2 rounds away from topping the group. We know that you can't be eliminated from the playoffs, but that #1 spot guarantees you more RMR points. And that's all we're here for, ladies and gentlemen, is those points for the major in November. So prioritizing those should be the #1 thing on the list here for both Brazilian squads. But when FURIA are so close to this, they need to tighten it up. The guns will come out again. Art has himself a MAC-10. He's probably more potent entering with this, I would say.
If I see another first 5 seconds, fight on ramp, favor MIBR with the first 2 kills, I'm calling third map territory. Art on that MAC-10 as well. He's going to be compelled to do something fast. But the crowbar analogy still stands. FURIA at times can feel less like a crowbar, more like a sledgehammer, just through brute, blunt force trauma into the site. And here comes the usual bullet exchange down ramp. This time, however, no early casualties. Much more restrained. A nade perfectly placed by Fur will enable Art and Yuri to be within that 1-tap dink range of the M4. So not too much of a deal. Fallen and Taco still rocking with the CT weaponry. The rest scavenging away the upgrade. Oh, KNG spotted, and Art very smart. Doesn't try and shoot through the floor. For some reason, penetration minimal. He adjusts and manages to make the kill happen.
So the MAC-10, good for 1 kill, but Fallen looking to re-aggress here. Oh, that's Serato doesn't lead him to his death, actually invites Fallen over for a frag. So, Mayan, Taco, and Fur, given this difficult task in the 4 versus 3, with a minute remaining. Fur, known to be a very aggressive player himself, throws that off Incendiary. They're trying to avoid the sound cues here, but dropping down to the wooden boards again. Fur will be aware at least 1 player is on the other side. Taka will join him.
There's smoke and a couple of flashes in play here, so FURIA can drop the smoke that we always see.
Is Fur doing the one-way? Can I see the lineup for that? Oh, damn it. Still need to learn that one. You can see toes. It basically forces you not to push ramp. Unless you want that one-way. Taco, perfect work. Yuri as well on the list. It's down to Mayan. 25 seconds. He's rotating all the way from B, so an open plant. Henny has that.
He's got a smoke and a molly. This is still doable for Mayan.
Definitely doable. Incendiary, smoke, diffuse kit, AK-47. Looks like he'll be taking a very slow approach here, though, boys. He'll have to smoke the bomb and touch it first. Cannot be smoking off towards short, in my opinion. Needs to make them uncomfortable. He can see him deploy the body system, and they will be taking him down. Didn't get his utility off. A little bit of a disappointing finish in that regard. But FURIA, anything but. 15-10. They found themselves series point here. Just need 1 round out of the next 5, and they've done it. MIBR will need the next 5 to take us to overtime.
Remember what's at stake here. It's not just winning or losing a series. It's progressing.
It's everything. MIBR's chances now hang in the balance of a 5-round required streak. They have enough to put up a good fight, though. That's half of the battle in modern-day Counter-Strike. A smoke for ramp from Mayan, and the perfect flash means Fallen has 0 info. Look at Art. He's trying to do it again, looking under the floorboards. He can't shoot that.
He's going to see him.
But he will see it. Oh, these sound cues are killing me. Oh, please. Oh,
stop jumping. Stop jumping.
Maybe it's all deliberate. Maybe he gets KNG's back completely tucked into him. That was a weird kill. But 4 versus 3 and straight through could have caught Mayan. This is weird as hell. Bomb miles away. Vinny's open on B. Henny catching Fur, but Taco biding his time on
What
quad.
are we watching?
I don't know. But I'm enjoying it all the same. It's something else.
Teamwork's gone out the window, it seems, here. Just running into bomb sites when you've got 3-on-3s. I don't know why FURIA keep doing that. And Taco, he doesn't know where to look right now. He's got a player in CT spawn to deal with, one of the B steps. It's a 3-on-2, but certainly not a guaranteed round. Henny will take Taco down. Now the rotating CTs coming in from spawn, but challenging towards spawn again.
Chill.
Okay, Molly and a flash. This is do or die for MIBR here.
It's already one for Mayan, but the nade dunk from K Serato, he could do this. It's an AWP on Fallen, he tags him through the box. K Serato takes Furia through. They top the group, kings of their castle and best in their region.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Furia top their group, the South American champions, and MIBR falling in two. It was Vertigo where things did look like they could be going awry. A couple of rounds looking like MIBR was starting to stabilize, but in the end, it is Furia who take it. Any tips of the tongue reviews, Henry, for that series?
One of the most exciting and explosive and mind-baffling encounters of Counter-Strike I've ever casted in my life. And here's a little cricket ball for you.
Was I balding? Am I good?
You're good. Oh, you doing the bald spot check?
No, I think I'm good. I was only kidding. My dad has a luscious head of hair, but not as luscious as how that bloody game just went down. That was an exciting game of CS, boys. I actually enjoy that. We don't often get the fireworks in the server, and it's very chaotic, and it's very hard for poor Green to be observing games like that.
Oh, poor old Green.
But it's entertaining, right? And I think that if we can always have a game like that every now and again, chuck one of them in once or twice a week, you know, it spices it up.
It actually was quite refreshing. Yeah. We've been commentating very slow pace, anti-ecos, ecos, Glocks, no armors, walking around waiting for them to get it done. At least these boys, they really gave us a show tonight, right? They wanted to show the world that this is still an exciting matchup, and it certainly delivers.
And I think if you're FURIA and you can force any team to play your scrappy version of Counter-Strike, you're going to be the ones with the advantage, right? Because you have 5 players who clearly want to go aggressive. If you guys know anything about Henny, he is an aggressive AWPer. He was an aggressive AWPer on all of the teams he was in before. I would talk about him, or most of Brazilian AWPers actually, as combat AWPers. They use them like shotguns. Yeah. You've got Art, who's a clone of that. You got Fallen, who loves up close personal. You got KNG. You got Fur, who loves a good push. So actually tonight, it always was going to go this way when I think about it.
Yeah, and I apologize for my ignorance here. I've watched so much Counter-Strike, but did Art win that round that started with a Zeus kill on that ladder?
Yeah, because then a Deagle kill came through.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. I mean, like the type of Counter-Strike we've seen today. Also, the comparison of Art to JW after his oopsies on Inferno.
That helped me out a lot.
It really helped us both, Chad. So thank you for that.
Oh, now I actually feel better about the whole
It helps?
We have a South American JW on our hands.
Fur was kind of like a JW, but not with the AWP, right? Whereas Art kind of engrosses or
not with the Zeus either. Art's the one that's jumping down the ladder, not going down the ladder because he knows it's not his health that's the priority, it's the weapon. He leaps down, grabs the AK, flies back up, makes sure the round is won. I mean, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Serato was jumping over AWPs on Inferno. He was flying around the server. It was just a good old-fashioned game of Brazilian Counter-Strike.
But quickly, when we play our games tomorrow on our off day, please don't play like that, guys. I need you to play like the Europeans because we're playing European
Counter-Strike. I'm only just getting used to the European thing. I can't do this.
That's a bit of a worrying sign for Mayan, isn't it?
We do, like, it's one of those names that just doesn't seem to be arriving ever, Chad. I'll be honest with you. I like to give players 6 months before I start making comments from them. We've still got a bit more time until that hits, but I haven't really been impressed with the likes of Mayan as of yet. And this is MIBR, who seem to be dropping off the pace somewhat.
Yeah, no, certainly. We are pretty much wrapping this one up. You can see Art on your screens. And in fact, Art joining us in the studio as well. Quite the performance. And this cheeky player was running around with a Zeus at times and winning ecos. Hello, Art. Cup of tea? A good day in the office for you as you've topped your group. Congratulations. That's a huge achievement for you guys.
Hello, thank you. Yeah, that means a lot for us, just going to the playoffs, and even this style, this fashion, is just everything to us. We just practice a lot, and that's the result of it.
Yeah, so evidence of that practice. I want to focus on one round in particular. We were just talking about it. You're rushing middle with a Zeus. You're jumping down the ladder, recovering that AK. You want an eco on Vertigo with that. Is this do you have any coordinated eco moves? Was that something you planned on doing, or are you just playing your mad game?
No, to be honest, I was quite stressed because we are playing like kind of bad situations, and I was just like, I have spawn, I have no money, and we have no chance to win, so let's try it, and it works.
So Art, I have a question here. Maybe you can help us out, mate, because you as an individual, you're obviously hyper aggressive, right? In all situations, it's fight. You don't run away from anything. Now, in your mind, how does that help set up the team, right? Obviously information, and if you do get multi-kills, you probably win the round. But how do you factor that in when you go aggressive and you don't get a kill?
Actually, most of the setups have aggressive, like on T side. Usually I play aggressive, but I have a structure behind. Like I'm rushing B on Inferno, like kind of late with nades, but my team has everything they know to trade me and take the best of the situation. Mostly on maps where the city is played 2 on site, it's good if I get information and I can kill one guy or just die and get a space, and my guys can just trade behind me.
I have to say, I know you're probably bored of answering this one, but it seems like you guys, despite speculation, seem to be absolutely fine with the AK-47s. The Kriegs don't seem to be an issue. Was it ever a problem in your mind going into this new patch that it could be where FURIA drop off?
No, I hate the Krieg.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
What about Vinny?
I just meant the team in general.
Did Vinny have any issues with it?
Actually, no, I don't think so, because as soon as the Krieg got nerfed, he started playing AK, and it was just like that. Everybody knows how to play the AK on the professional level, so it doesn't matter. We just play Kriegs because it's better at the time. So.
Sure.
Do you genuinely feel, because we were talking about this today, just join the conversation with us, do you think that the Counter-Strike is starting to play a bit differently now? CT sides are starting to, we just saw like 2 10 double-digit CT sides, which we hadn't seen in like 6 months. we started to perhaps assume maybe this is with the Krieg change happened. Now CT sides have a bit more teeth, or do you think that's just statistics not really correlating?
I think there's an impact on the way the rounds are playing for CTs, because with Kriegs, it was very hard to make picks with Alp. I was just afraid to open angles if they are just holding with Krieg. I know it's going to be hard. And now if they're holding with AK and I can just run past the crosshair or just pick with Alp, it's going to be easier.
Okay, sweet. And I got one for you here, mate. We've been asking a lot of players who we have on here for interviews about the new Vertigo. How does this one stack up in your mind compared to all the other versions?
I would say it's better because now you have more space to play. Like B is easier to hit. We can hit B very easily with bombs or just aim-wise. And middle is more space. You can do more stuff. But I think the map's just unbalanced right now. It's just too bad for the CTs, and there's nothing you can actually do. You can just fight the ramp, and that's all. I think the map needs a lot of change towards middle and B.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Just quickly, you might not have thought about this, but do you have any thoughts or changes that might help it be more of a CT-sided map or help the CTs out a little bit? Because that could help stimulate a bit of discussion here.
Yeah, maybe if the A ramp is given to the cities, like all the way down there, they can take control of that. It's gonna be different fights, like you can fight over down there, or just somewhere you can fight a CT that you get before the T's, because right now you cannot fight anywhere on the map. You can just hold angles or fight ramp like kind of fast, but it's all T-sided.
Is that why you guys go all in? Like you go all in for those fights because you either win or lose the round at that A ramp? Is that why you guys want to fight there so much on your CT side?
Yeah, to be honest, if the T's want to get middle control, they just rush mid, and they have middle. If they want to get B control, they just rush B and get B. If they want A, they just rush A, get A. T's can get everything they want if they want to go there.
Okay.
Dude,
sweet.
this
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, honestly, these are the conversations we want to have a lot more with you, so we'll grab you next time. But a very insightful stuff, and congratulations, you're top of the group, and I'm sure you've got a nice day of Counter-Strike and celebrations ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Peace out. That is another very happy player picking up a big win and topping their group. Couldn't ask for more from FURIA. They took all the big scalps, and let's quickly recap that group, Chad, because no EG. No,
that's on the other side of things, right?
I mean,
yeah,
the regions.
Playoffs.
Screw the groups.
Sure.
The regions. We haven't got EG. Liquid is still a question mark. FURIA guaranteed.
Yes.
Bad News Bears and Envy are still duking it out.
That's still going. It's going to a third map right now. Now, my understanding of what I've been given here is, well, there you go. We've got almost all the teams locked on in right here. Just one more to find to be taking on that of Cloud9. Yeah, so that means that whoever wins out of Envy versus Bad News Bears should be taking that slot. I'm not 100% on that one, so don't take what I just said as gospel.
Genji and FURIA got buys, right? So they're good. They can top their groups. And then we just need one player to play. Oh, hold on. What's happening here?
No, that's just showing you they'll move forward to that side there. But I went, ooh, because 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid. I love brackets, Henry. I look at this stuff all the time. But yeah, 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid as a quarterfinal game. That's a pretty nutty one there. And then Genji and FURIA in the semis already. So those points that we were talking about, right? I think if you come guaranteed top 4, I think it was 1,300 RMR points, which doesn't mean a lot to people at home. But when it's all done and dusted, I'll show you the leaderboard and you'll be happy.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. 1,300 of blibbly blib. They can have that. And that's how it sounds to our ears, but Chad's got it all under wraps. Either way, another good day in the office, and coming up, not tomorrow, but on Tuesday, you have Forza versus a lot of different...
Windstrike?
Exciting prospects, Windstrike, FaZe and Godsent, Dignitas and Astralis. Ooh, getting to see those guys.
Believe, right, Alex?
And the B stream, I'm glad you asked. We get to see Team Unique versus Spirit, Contact versus North, and Heretics taking on the...
That doesn't feel like quite enough Counter-Strike, though. Is there another stream?
I'm so glad you asked, Henry, because you get to see more from the Gambit youngsters as well. More from the CIS region on the C stream to start off your day. That's coming up on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the sunshine. Maybe you could too. And we'll see you then for more Counter-Strike.
So sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Yeah. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the light, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought. Found no happiness in that brand new car, or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red.
There we go.
Yeah, we don't want him to ruin the shot. Mate, get up there. The producer could be talking to you. You never know.
Nice Crocs as well, by the way.
I'm very mobile.
You are very mobile.
Where did you get?
Okay,
all right, hold up.
Very mobile. It's the reason I'm fumbling with is because I've got these two lovely gentlemen joining me. I get nervous every time I stare at them. It's the man in the floral shirt. It's Henry Greer.
And he's had a coffee today. He's feeling quite mischievous.
I want to be seen. I don't want to be overlooked. I don't. At any point, I want all attention on me.
So here it is. All attention is on you. Yeah, and actually, I do see the telestrator loaded up over there.
Oh yeah, I'm on my way.
Could you give us a little bit of your magic?
Well, we're going this way, George. We're going over this way.
Nailed it.
He's going. No.
There we go.
Hey, all right. We're right on me.
Yeah, we just stroke his ego for 30 seconds straight. Love you.
This is important, though, for the viewers at home. We got the one towards ladder base. They also had one that was on the aircon unit, one towards that position. And they also would throw potentially one on top of this box.
Right? I've got a name for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we're done fawning over. We can probably carry on doing our job. We've actually got 2 more best of 3s today, and the next one is our Super Series. We get to see the
Zoomers versus Boomers.
It is a Zoomer versus Boomer matchup.
Welcome back to the SO1 Road to Rio. Of course, alongside me will be that of Harry and Hugo. Guys, you look really different today. I don't know what it is.
Can you even see us, Trace?
Sort of. And one thing I probably should have asked you before we started the show, what would you do in the past 10 days, guys?
I did nothing.
I'm growing hair in places I never had hair before, Trace.
Okay, that's the end of that. Thank you so much, Harry.
That's not what I expect to hear from you, Harry, but I like it. Yes.
Harry, do you have something to say?
I want to take this, Harry. I want to take this. I want to say one thing just quickly. Is my body is a temple.
I also think that... Yeah.
It just gets me every time.
It's nice. Good job. But there's a little bit of part of me is a little bit scared.
These guys have something to say per usual.
Oh, yeah. You want to take it?
I mean...
Harry, I hate to cut you off, but I also love it.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
To be brilliant is to defy convention and challenge expectations. So Intel will bring the processing power for when it's time to go brilliant. Frame rates that keep up with your reflexes. Brilliant. Fast clock speeds for when you're on the clock. Brilliant. It's what we do at Intel, powering you to master your potential. Will you rise? Intel. Unleash your brilliance.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother.
some fantastic gunfights, and it really just comes down to Mihu. Now they slow it down. Smoking off top con allows the opportunity to split in through B. Now they've got to deal with the aggression of Mitch. If they can take him down, that B bomb site's open.
There's AK out here in the apartments. Calix will move in aggressive here to the apps entrance. One good headshot is all the AK needs at the CT side to hold this defense. 2 more around this corner. They're going to stack up and go with a confined unit. They might just do. And Mitch will get himself 3 kills. And gets bit back in control of Bad News Bears. Mihu, excuse me, here to the short position. 2 frags, which name means the full ace, but they've got everything they need for Bad News Bears to close this out.
Oh my goodness, what a hold coming out from Mitch. And just when you thought that Envy had the advantage, Mihu at least going to be able to find an attack, but Jonji with the quick return and the double AWP stay in play. Now, the scary thing for me here, right, is they have the double AWPs out in the last round, and it didn't really have too much impact. Now, you might say, well, yeah, well, Mitch was able to find 3 massive kills to hold it back, but you got to be thinking, where is the AWP trying to make presence? Because it seems like they're playing so passive at the moment and not looking for an opening frag.
A technical pause here for the Bad News Bears. Not sure what the extent of that technical is, what the problem itself has to be, but either way, it's a moment's respite for this CT side, and trying not to get a little bit over the overly celebratory, I think, for this victory. You know, it was down to the wire, and they did lose 3 players, so the economy still going to be in an awkward spot. They will have a bye coming in here, and you can see there are still some high rollers on the CT side, but damage is damage, and at this early in the half, it could still be spiraled by Envy into a very, very bad position all in all for BNB. I want to be talking about strategy, though, in this current moment. Envy, meanwhile, on their side, the economy is a little bit more of a... Well, it's more shaky than Bad News Bears, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it certainly is. I don't think they'll go for the investment here. They're going to get, what, 2,400 in the next round, so they'll probably buy down to about $2,500, $2,000 for most of the players, making sure that they've got enough money, obviously, on Nifty. That's why we probably will see him around that 3,500 mark, because he obviously wants to be able to get the AWP into the next round. Just to give you a bit of an update of what that was, Jay, it was Dapper was getting a bit of an influx of ping, but it looks like that it's all gone back down to normal. So we should be getting a restart coming in a minute.
I'm also getting told he had to go check if one of his housemates was downloading. That's what the admin's telling me. Apparently he had to go away, and he's off right now just to go ahead and check it, which, to be fair, I can relate, okay? Like, if you ever see drop frames on any one of my streams, it's because someone's turned on Amazon Prime and just decided, hey, do you know what? I'm going to watch something on a smart TV, which is never fun for my network, because apparently it just takes data priority. But alas, we can't all afford our own perfected internet, regardless. The Bad News Bears, their position is still set regardless of their ping problems. And Dapper in particular, well, he has had a decent impact so far in this one. 3 kills in 6 rounds. Not terrible, but not bad either. Well, that's an oxymoron. Not terrible, but not amazing either. It's Mitch been the main man that's fragging away for Bad News Bears. His 3k clutch in that apartment's position really has turned the tide of the momentum, I feel like.
And I just kind of want to, now we've got a little bit of a moment to respite. A player that we haven't really spoken about too much in this best of 3 series is Moose, currently with 52 kills and 27 deaths so far in the first 2 maps. A player that has seemed to be making impact silently, I suppose, you know, here after here. Not massive rounds, but certainly consistently having big impact for his team.
No impact for Envy is expected out of this eco into the Palace position. Probably rush in, plant the bomb to default, and just concede the eco. Get a bomb plant bonus, get a decent buy in the next round. Dazzle will get flashed out initially. Brian rounds the corner, and he gets the kill for it. PT50 for PTR denies him, denies Nifty. And Calix also looking to get denied by Dapper, so easy cleanup. Not even a bomb plant achieved for Envy. That's fine. The buy's coming in anyway.
BNB. 1 round the difference now of being able to tie us up. And at least for the Bad News Bears side is they didn't allow that bomb plant to come through at the end of that last round from Envy. The buy to come in for both sides. I want to see the change up with the double AWP presence from BNB to see if they're able to find some sort of early pick. But this could be a rush into the B bomb site for the T side. They're all grouped up at the moment. At least there is an AWP here at the B bomb side of Jonji.
AWP missed. Mihu gets the kill. He's been the stellar man for Envy, and he'll try and see if he can continue into the bomb site entry. Mitch meets him head on and can't connect his spray together. A 5-on-3. Bad News Bears nowhere near the site. And they're out of here. Bad News Bears saving their weapons. Envy swamp the B site. Have a plant. Have 5 players alive as well. And that is how you find a response to an anti-eco.
I'll tell you what, that's a good call coming out from MB. That was a really nice set piece out to the B bomb site. Wasn't a complete rush, but a quick BXy. And Mihu, his positioning is just perfect. Able to catch off the AWP, getting aggressive with Jonji, and then following up onto that second kill of Mitch. And once they take down the 2 B anchors, there's just no way that BNB can even think about retaking the site. They have to just opt to go for the save. We will see at least the buy coming into the next round. Now, with Dapper at 4,500, they do have the opportunity for either Jonji or Dapper to drop an AWP over to Mitch. But with BNB not really finding impact at the moment with the double AWP setup, I just don't know if they'll go for it again. They won't.
No. Simple stuff here for both sides. AWP on Nifty and PTR here. Both players posting up decent numbers. Nifty lesser so than PTR though. Going to try to look for a pick out here towards the ramp face, but a little bit late to see Dapper as he makes his way into connector and holds the mid control alongside the CT AWP. It's a lot of heavy mid control actually coming in. One player peeking in from short and everything, but no response from Envy. They are set up towards the A site, looking for the kill on Dazzle in the back line. The flash from Ryan might allow Nifty a bit more of an opportunity to peek into the site. The Dazzle gets caught, and Calix also swings in with the AK. Trying to get some sort of presence here towards Tetris. Nades up, doing damage. Tagging up Ryan and Calix as they burn a little bit. The bomber get picked up and probably rotated towards the B bomb site here because they've been suppressed pretty heavily by the CTs.
I'll tell you what, we've still got this lurk of Mihu, and that's what I'm worried about at the moment for BNB. We've seen a lot of lurking coming out from the man. This is a fake. They're running a set piece to the A bomb site, but they're going over to B, and Mihu's going to have to take contact on the B defender, but they're bringing the bomb back. What is going on at the moment?
Mitch catching off Mihu, the lurker, and they counter-rotate to this one. The CTs don't know what to think of it. The smoke back from Dazzle. He's got no info to the site. Meanwhile, Ryan's pushed aggressive towards jungle. No CTs will be seen, but I'm sure those footsteps will be heard by Jonji. They do secure the plant in the end. And they back off in a 5-on-4. Bad News Bears are all completely unscathed due to their passiveness, but it has conceded a bomb plant bonus, and they're still making their way into the retake positions now. Jonji ready to face around the corner, try to catch Nifty out in the open. The headshot comes in for the AK, and Bad News Bears are out of time. They're also out of the man advantage. Nifty doubles up. Mitch got around the corner, find Ryan and Nifty. And Nifty's going ham with 3 kills and Envy. One of the most confusing rounds for Bad News Bears. And still get the victory out on the T side.
I think I was more confused than the CTs. Like that actually, it's a weird round. There's no doubt about it. There must have been some confusion there, but it actually kind of works out really well. So they show the B presence. It actually looks like they're bringing the bomb over to the B bomb site. But once Mihu goes down, they go, right, we actually can't do this. We're going back to A. And for Bad News Bears, it completely halted them. The force buy investment coming through, but look at the aggression coming out for me. Two massive kills being found. Calix chiming into the action.
Oh my god!
And Mihu's following up with a third. What is going on at the moment? Envy, they are pulling out all the strats at the moment. I don't even know what to say.
He could just 1v5 the entire CT half. It's no worries. Mihu. 117 ADR so far for this guy, and he is top fragger of the server by a country mile. Oh my goodness. Bad News Bears. I mean, it's a very similar story as you mentioned earlier on, how they're not always getting the main number of frags, but they are working together as a team to try and beat Envy out on the mind games. But right now, the firepower is just trumping all from the T side. And the deco comes out from Bad News Bears to try and contest it, but they need to get something out of this. They have to shut down players like Mihu before he just spirals out of control.
I think he already has. He's been taken off the leash. He could do his own thing at this point. Lurking, entry fragging, whatever it is, he can do it. Dazzle, dealt with by Calix. There is a player to make his way up from stairs and Moose to deal with Jonji. The A bomb site completely opened up. We saw the aggression coming out from the CTs through the underpass over to the B bomb site. And it's honestly crazy. Like, this playstyle from Mihu is so strange. Like, he goes from lurking one round to entry fragging the next. It's such a change up. And it makes it so difficult to deal with because you're like, where is he? Where is he on the map?
At least they do isolate and pick apart that one man, grab his AK, and probably for PTR, get the hell out of Dodge. You don't want to take another fight with no Kevlar. Save something into the next round for Bad News Bears, make it at least a decent eco. Envy will win the half on the T side. This is looking eerily similar to the first map. And then just to draw, you know, sort of like how, just to draw comparisons to how that map went. Obviously, Train was the Envy pick, and they made light work of their T side. It was an 8-3 half in the end of the day, and went all the way to 12-3 before Envy just took the last couple of rounds on their CT side. And for Bad News Bears, if they want to stop history repeating itself twice in the same night, they absolutely need to get started now. They need to really get going and try bring back a decent CT recovery.
It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. They really haven't been given too many opportunities to win out some strong rounds. We've seen a couple of opportunities go down to clutches, but all in all, Envy's done a fantastic job of finding entry kills within the first 20-25 seconds of the round a lot of the time. Over to the B bomb site they go once again. Is this just going to be quick for Calix? It might be just a bit of an individual play. Try and see if they can force out any counter utility for the CTs. PTR's got a bit of information as he sees nothing towards top mid.
That's information being gained though, and they're going to rotate a second player to support the B bomb site from direct. If they go for a BXV now, then Bad News Bears are set up for it. But Envy do prod towards underpass and try and fight towards mid. Dapper in connector could be a bit of a problem. PTR's caught off the back line. The spray from the M4 gets Ryan and Calix down. So while they will take the AWP out for the CT side, the CTs will respond in kind. Moose and Miku are also low. They line up for Mitch, and then he gets a 2K of his own. Nifty left alone. Bomb out in the open, and Bad News Bears, I said they needed a good round, and that right there is a good round.
And they know exactly where Nifty is as soon as he shoots the AWP. Good flick being found onto Dapper. If he can take down Mitch, there's an opportunity of getting a bomb plant, but we are seeing the flank coming in from Jonji, so it's only going to be a matter of time until Nifty goes down. Let's see how much more he's able to find with his AWP. Flashbang out, trying to check all the angles, but in the end, Jonji going to rush him down from behind. And for B&B, it comes down. Like you said, Jay, PTR gets that information, and they stack the B bomb side. And I'm not sure if I like that play from Envy. They just decide to walk through the smoke. We've seen that kind of a style come out before from them, but it's just being watched from Mitch. So as soon as he sees some presence, it's an instant spray down.
Not too surprising for Mitch to take the first shot and actually manage to line up those kills as well. He's done such great work here in the apartments for his side. And, you know, just by, again, comparison to what Mihu's going to be able to get the frag numbers, he's the only player on the CT side with double digits. Bad News Bears recovering AK as the AWP comes in for PTR once again. Envy fight for mid control as Bad News Bears go passive, especially in that mid position. They have one player in ladder room and one player in connector. That's it, though. No underpass control, no short push. And Envy might wrap up to the set smokes here.
And you just made a fantastic point there, Jay. We're seeing no mid control. We saw PTR in that last round AWPing in the short face, but since he gets taken down, they're scared to aggress through mid, and that's just giving them a lack of information at the moment. Nifty trying to work through mid alone, and he takes down PTR. That pulls the attention away from the A-ramp area. Dapper at least going to find one, but he needs to help out his teammate as Dazzle, but he's already down. Calix having a beautiful entry. Mihu as well chiming in. This has to be a save, right? This is a 2v4.
And that whole round was off the back of Nifty peeking in, flashing over connector, and getting the kill on the ticket booth. It all rested on him. Now Jonji left alone a clutch stick, catches Calix. Knows where Moose is. A smoke down coming in from his backup, and Mitch will make his way onto the bomb site, bomb plant position. It is open, and Mitch has got to find his way onwards here. Checking out the firebox, sprayed through. It's so awkward, and Ryan stays alive for it. Moose finishes off Jonji to finish off the round for Envy. And we're up 9 on the T side. Bad News Bears knocked back once again, probably down to a half by here.
Look, this is looking scary. Now, one thing I'm thinking to myself, Jay, we've seen one tactical pause come out. And that was for Bad News Bears. And they're currently down 4-9 in the first half of map number 3. Could this just be a quick AXE to come out for Envy?
Could well be. Seen a little bit out of that from the ramp position, but opting against it initially from the face. They will just take their positions as they have and go for the actual hit itself. Sees it from Dazzle, takes fights against Nifty. Nifty wins it out. PTR gets only 1 kill, and Ryan finishes off the Eco P250. Diego back from Dapper. Mitch is back passive in Connector, and rightfully so. The best thing for him is to save this AWP. Calyx takes Dapper next, and Mitch is left alone in jungle. Nades up to his position, going very, very low. Might get peeked in from Calyx, but his best bet is to hold in this corner. Cower, weep, and hide, to just save anything next for the final round of the CT side.
And Dazzle only on 1 kill at the moment for BNB. We're just, like, in terms of presence on just even gunfights alone, we're just not seeing confidence from BNB. They're getting shut down at every opportunity. We saw a complete turnaround from them on Dust 2, but going into this third map, Envy are just in such a forward position at the moment. This is going to be double digits in the first half and potentially even an 11-4 scoreline. For BNB, they need to pull something out of the hat. They need to turn things up because Envy, they're just walking the floor at the moment.
Another technical being called in by the Bad News Bears. Guessing Dapper's got more ping problems, I'm imagining?
No. They're ready though. Like, that was a very quick unpause. They didn't say exactly what it was, but as soon as the PDR called the tech pause, they unpaused pretty much straight away. So looks like we are going to be jumping back into the action, Jay. Yeah, I don't know. I really, for Bad News Bears, like it's just been such a struggle in this first half.
Absolutely, and again, it just screams of train right now. It is concerning going into the second half of this map, considering it's survival time for Bad News Bears. But they start things off great with the AWP picks in mid. 3 for 2 trade, all in all. Moose challenging towards Palace, and Miku is left alone. So somehow Bad News Bears recover it and push Envy back once again.
Okay, finally a change-up where we've seen a couple of times aggression coming out from mid, but rather than aggression, it's just all-out presence. And Bad News Bears win out some very good fun gunfights from Dapper, Mitch, and PTR. Dazzle even chiming in, being the A-bomb side defender. Mihu. We've seen what he's been able to do as a lurker and as an entry so far for the T side on this third map. He's got a little bit more to do here. 1 versus 3. Make it a 1 versus 2.
Smoke down a cover off Mitch's position. He's very low on HP, so there could be a chance for Miku. The AWP shot misses, and he'll go for a safe plant. Incendiary comes back, actually. Halfway to the B-bomb site. This will be a very long rotation if he goes for this. The rifle is out. I think Mitch heard those footsteps, though. AWP back in, looking for the peek, and the pick. The spray still comes from Miku. He's got 4 frags. He's on for the ace, and this would just be disastrous for Bad News Bears if they lose this round. Miku, top fragger in the server at this moment, and he may be on to push up to 20 kills at the end of the half. 25 seconds to the clock. When does he go for this plant here? When does he force Jonji to take aggression? Seems like it's right now as he plants back behind the danger box. Jonji moves in M4, checking left-hand side. Mihu checking CT spawn. His back's turned. The crosshairs awkward, and Jonji just clutches it. But Mihu, for a moment, looked like he was on for a miracle. At the turn of the half, it's Envy 10-5 up as we go to a break. Bad News Bears are on the back foot, but still fighting to play spoilers. Don't go anywhere.
Esports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Six rounds is the difference between Envy and the top three. But Bad News Bears have been playing spoiler all night and tonight so far. Let's see if they can do so here as they go to the T-side pistol. Envy here on the defensive force, and they have a lot of effort to put behind this half if they want to try and claim one here. Bad News Bears, they're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, PTR's got a single smoke, and it looks like they want to try and pull out some sort of B fake and commit the bomb over to the A bomb site. Envy already with a read of 3 players over towards this B bomb site. There's only a single player at A, and that's a market window smoke. So for Envy, they might think it's a B commitment.
Oh, look. Calyx is rotating away. He's rotating out towards mid. He's tempted to go towards the short position, but Nifty's going to see them pouring out, getting damage and nailed out towards Firebox. He gets the headshot on Dazzle. Looks for John G next. Calyx comes in as support from Connector, and they're too passive on the T side. Not enough support for the bomb. They do get a pick back on Calyx here, but it's a 4 versus 2. The plant needs to be secured. Nifty still left in play, and there's 2 players out from short and corner. They pick apart PTR. It's all the John G. 1 frag found. Second tag towards the next player. On for the 3rd frag against Moose, but he runs out of ammo. 2 players to find for a 4K clutch for the man. Desperately tapping towards the headshot. He gets a dink, looks for him, but he can't get the kill. Envy secure the pistol with particular confidence.
Oh, what a pistol round coming out from Envy, and what a hold from Nifty, right? Like, he gets that single kill, puts the HE down as well, and allows the rotate to come in from Calyx being the mid player, but they stall for enough time that Envy can actually shift over all of the defense at the B bomb site and bring it over to A. And for Bad News Bears, you had to think that the commitment, once the advantage was shown, once the information was shown that they needed to aggress and get that bomb plan. But Envy going to be able to capitalize onto that pistol round, being up 11-5. John G with his deagle out through the mid face, looking for some sort of opening, an opportunity, but Nifty's not going to go down.
Oh, this is Calyx. That's a kill. Entry to the A bomb site. It doesn't force anything out from the CT forces, though. Doing their best, but eventually Mihu will catch the man off guard. 40 HP, though. It's a good start for the T side here. Bad News Bears on the eco round. If they can get any more picks, or they can get any more trays, do anything of particular note against them, then they could find their way in with a decent chance. 2 players caught with utility in their hands. They'll throw it out. The UMP and the M4 only get 1 pick before it's traded. PTR is dealt with by Moose. Spray to the second. The Deagle back from John G gets us to 2 players. M4 recovered and 100 HP with the Deagle as well. Nifty's down. John G still with a chance against the M4, but he's also up against Miku, tagged up. But still deadly. Headshot recovered, and Envy just hold on to the follow-up.
That is a very expensive round, though, for Envy, losing 4 players. And looking at the buy that's going to come back, B&B have actually probably got the better buy going out, because, first of all, there's a single SMG for Ryan. No AWP is going to be on the cards for the CT side. And Calyx, is Calyx just on a USP? What? He might be.
I mean, Envy's economy is going to get wrecked after that eco round against the rifles coming in. This could be the way in for Bad News Bears. Especially with Mihu dying in the mid position. Like, that's one of the rifles taken away. If Calyx stayed close to him and he went for entry to go down, that could have been a 5-on-4 with the rifle replaced by the Deagle here. If Calyx, I think John G. Oh, John G. Oh, John G. He's sneaking towards the B site as well. There's only Ryan here to defend it. He evades Calyx. He's got a ton of information already, and if he takes this player out towards shore, there's going to be a free and open B bomb site.
And they're already rotating the bomb over. This round's one from B&B. Jonji having such a great information play. And they've cleared out the B bomb site. I mean, they haven't cleared it out completely, but we know that there is no one left on the CT side for Envy. And this should probably be a save now. Hold on to the double M4s, bring them into the next round. Dapper at least doing a little bit of lurking through mid. Calix is going to be able to escape, but with the bomb planted, there are a couple of hunters for the T side.
And they will go hunting. Dazzle looking for Nifty out here. Hard fight to win, as we've seen so far in the series. We'll win it out. Can't get the second player on Calix, but taking those rifles away, 3 players damaged up. Envy are not going to have a lot to work with going into the next round, especially with their economy being the way that it is. And Calix, we next to 4. Moose has to stay alive. With Dapper hunting him, the footsteps will be heard. Dapper takes the spray, and Moose will take the kill. And the Galil next for PTR up against the M4. The AK swap towards him. That's a nice headshot coming out, so it will be expensive all the same for Bad News Bears. But they do secure the 6th. Envy will be left empty-handed.
Bad News Bears, what a return going into the second half. I mean, look, they didn't win the pistol round. They didn't get the best start going into the second half, but winning out this gun round is so vital to try and get that recovery going. I mean, we saw especially what Envy was able to do on Dust 2. We saw what was it, a 14-7 lead for B&B, and they brought it into OT. This is what B&B now need to do on the last map. Try and bring it back and damage the economy over on the CT side. And for B&B, there is no presence out mid, nothing towards B. It's going to be a set piece to the A-bomb site.
Back to basics. To the back of Envy here. Only the AK of Moose, and he's playing at least advanced towards the stairs area. They won't take a face against him, though, and they will bait in the information that the AK is here. Stat coming in. The 5th player will join them. They will take out Calix. Nifty gets a kill. Dazzle will trade, but Moose trades it right back. 3 on 3, so Envy, once again, not letting Bad News Bears get away easy here. They'll get the bomb plant, but it's still 3 versus 3. Moose almost catching one at CT stairs, and Mihu now knows where Mitch is.
And that's the big information play, right? Is they know that there's a player around this CT area. There is a flashbang up for Moose. Mihu aren't able to connect onto Mitch, but he needs to look for a little bit more. Has to deal with Ryan in the 2 versus 3. And he's been spotted out, taking a little bit of damage as well. Mitch is just waiting out as much time as possible, and Moose should be able to hold on to this AK in the end. But that's a pretty expensive round. I'm surprised he even goes for a little bit more, considering that Envy aren't going to have anything to work with in the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. Envy are crippled here once again. I mean, they would have been on this eco or something, or a similar sort of buy in the following round if they had, in the previous round, if they had lost all their weapons. There's basic USPs out, an investment for Calix on the Deagle, but that is it. Envy are going to receive the full A execution for a 2nd round in a row. Bad News Bears only with Nifty to deal with, and credit to the CT side, it is Nifty here. Been hitting some very, very good shots so far. But with the USP, it's probably a little bit too much for him to deal with. The Molotovs will go out. The smokes are down. The flashes are over the CTs. Quickly rotate back towards the A site. And Nifty standing by to do some sort of damage. Potentially set up a kill from the mass number of pistols they have. Sees one out of Palace, but falls back off of the ticket booth. And just won't get anything out for the CT side.
And really, the best thing Envy can do is just look for a single kill. Now we're actually going to boost a player up of Moose to try and tap away, but for B&B, if they take some long-range fights here, they shouldn't lose any players. But as I say that, Calix is going to be able to land a 1D through a teammate. Dapper as well going to get taken down.
No.
Oh my goodness, don't tell me this is going to happen. An AK picked up for Ryan as well. They need to get quick if they want to try and get onto this bomb, but it looks like Bad News Bears are going to be able to recover. Taking down Calix, PTR going to swing, and it's all down to Nifty left. And I'll tell you what, that was, again, another scary round. And what was it, a single Deagle and 4 USPs to get 3 kills?
Almost got the defusing. You would have thought for a second that they might have gone on the round. It was a 4 versus 2 at one point. It was because Envy stacked in and picked apart Bad News Bears. And even though they don't win the round, that will set the economy for BNB in very similar stature to when they did their eco off the back of the pistol. And the first kill was fair play, but it should have been no more than that. Envy have the M4s brought down. Not a lot of money kicking around that CT bank account, but the same can be said for Bad News Bears. They're in a slightly better position on the T side. The mid control is established. Envy are forced away to passive.
Yeah, B&B have taken some very good control out through mid and forcing the CTs to play some passive angles. Early damage done onto Moose as well. Now, at this point, you'd have to expect that it's going to be a B split on the cards. Potentially a top con smoke to come out and a couple of players to push through short to try and engage with the apps players. Mihu will get some information potentially when this smoke decides to dissipate. They're able to take down one, but the quick trade coming out, and that's what's needed from PTR.
Yeah, he absolutely needed to hit that shot because otherwise Mihu would have been allowed potentially a secondary kill on short and also information on the short play that's coming in. Split in from Bad News Bears. Moose is low. Mitch is burning and Ryan is down. Moose still sitting pretty here. He's going to try and die in the bomb plant, and his teammates are back here. He catches Dapper for the spray, but Dazzle gets the trade, so they maintain control. A little bit of trigger discipline could have gone a long way in that position, as now Nifty is all alone in the 1 versus 3. The AWP in his hands, no kit to his pouch. I think he's going to get out of dodge and concede a 9th back to Bad News Bears.
I'm getting scared now. I'm getting very, very scared.
Does this remind you of Dust 2 by any chance?
It certainly does. It really does, because B&B, these last few rounds, they haven't looked stellar. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything, because they have lost players to rounds that they shouldn't have, but they're winning them. They're winning them consecutively. This is now 4 in a row for B&B. 3 rounds the difference. Now, looking at the money line, it's going to be $2,900 in the next round. You have to expect that it's going to be upgraded pistols to try and back up this AWP. But you got to think for B&B that their confidence is only just starting to ripen.
Still got lots to work with right now on the Bad News Bears side. I mean, the same can be said for Envy. Neither team have taken a tactical pause so far. Both squads have been very liberal in terms, or very conservative, I should say. There's two very opposite statements, but very conservative with using what they have on their side. I feel like once those tac pauses come in, they're saving them for the very, very last moments here. Because if Envy can break them right here, right now, I feel like Bad News Bears will need to change the pace against them, because that will be victory row for the CTs. A large stack in through the apartments here. Nifty will take first contact, but not see anything. Bad News Bears are going to rotate out.
Yeah, that's like a bit of a fake B quick Xe coming out from Bad News Bears. We see the arch smokes coming down for the T side. Now they're going to retake mid control. Smoke going down to the window position. Bottom con molly as well. Now, it still looks as if Bad News Bears want to make some sort of movement over to the B bomb site. They're actually going to boost the AWP up. Oh, Nifty, the timing. Oh. It doesn't work out from him. Oh, it does now. Oh,
but Jonji still gets the kill. He was there in connector, spotted the boost, and Nifty refaced in for a 3rd time. That was his demise. And Envy lose their main weapon. It is picked up by Ryan. Bad News Bears, they're going to wrap around towards the A hit here. They've stacked up 4 players total. There's already 2 on the A site, 2 coming in from the B site, 1 player sitting in connector jungle, and 1 more from CT. Bad News Bears walking into a stack. I don't like this. AWP from Ryan picks apart Mitch. 4 versus 4 now. Deagle's spamming away from Moose. They're going to stall for time. 20 seconds to the clock. Rotation's going to come in now on Ever, and PTR's going to fall right into the hands of Mihu. AWP pick does not come out. Mihu gets PTR, and all the kills fall to the favor of the CTs. They just got to stay alive with the AWP. Moose will get the frag. And Bad News Bears with a poor read, a poor rotation, and a poor round thrown back to the CT defense.
That's really unfortunate for B&B. There's not really a lot they did wrong there, in all honesty. Like, they just didn't have the information. Like, that was an absolutely superb shot into Jonji. That was so quick to take down the AWPer. But I suppose with the information that Jonji's able to call out to his teammates that they're boosting an AWP on short, that they're getting the idea it's a B stack. And considering they did the early fake BXE, Bad News Bears they've got this idea that they're running a B stack, and they're running straight into the stack on the A bomb site. That's so unfortunate for B&B, and that it stops all of their plans for the comeback, right? Because Envy, they're now back sort of saying, we're still in this.
They have to be in this, else their run here goes down the toilet. And that victory right there puts them on a decent stead. Look at Dapper with a CZ, the buy up here from Bad News Bears is just not good. Have got the rifles in, PTR with the orb, they're already legged down, and for Bad News Bears especially, within the economy line of where it is right now, they need this round to stay in position here, otherwise Envy will be getting to map a match point, and the T's will be playing for overtime. It's John G to start things off, down in underpass. A pick on Nifty, seeing a second player puts up so aggressive, he gets the kill on Mihu to recover the situation. Knows there's one more on A site at CT spawn. Calix is standing and picking apart Dazzle. The CZ will make his way up from Dapper, the bomb that follows suit, sprays in completely blind from Moose, getting John G to 10 HP, but Ryan falls to the apartments. Calix can't do anything either, and Moose left to defend his rifle because it looks like Bad News Bears are going to secure 10.
Oh my goodness, John G again. This man has really been stepping up. If you don't, obviously the viewers in the chat, if you don't remember sort of how his career's gone, it started off on that E United and Rise Nation lineup. That's really where he started to find his form in the North American scene. But I tell you what, those are some beautiful entries to find the opening and then just to walk through connector. And it looked like he got a bit unfortunate with the timing, but taking down the jungle player is going to give B&B double digits. The 3 rounds of difference now between the T side and Envy. Quick smokes into the mid phase, and look at John G again. Fast play into short, potentially wanting to make his way in through ladder room. And he takes down Calix. A good opening being found, and they would have heard that from Moose.
Oh, catching off at the edge of the smoke. John G gets the secondary pick. The Molotov in against Mihu. Next sprays up. Does not quite land the kills on Nifty and Ryan. Nifty turns around for 2 good Deagle shots. The AK and Mitch, though, from the apartments will deal with him and leave it all to Mihu. Even a kill right here will be valuable for the CT hand cannon. The bomb makes its way towards the B bomb site. It's only Dazzle lurking here. Deagle's out. Carefully placed here. 60 seconds to the clock will turn to 40 as the bomb goes down. And Mihu has an M4. He's still going to hunt down Dazzle and take a pick back. Is he going to go for the retake here? I think he might just do.
I'd be very surprised if he does. Could pick up an AK, and so he does. Yeah, look, maybe if he had a bit more utility in a kit, then it could have potentially been on the cards. But bringing in an AK into the next round will really help them, especially that the money line is not that great in terms of being built up. I wonder if they're going to run double AWP setup, because we've seen Nifty and Calix picking it up a little bit. I can't remember if it was Dust 2 or Train. I think it was Dust 2 that we saw the double AWP presence from Envy. I don't think we saw it at all on the first map, but there's definitely a potential there for the double AWP presence to come out. And it might be a good opportunity, especially with B&B and the way that they're executing this second half.
The Envy, they have a buy to contest whatever they have to throw at them here. And 2 rounds the difference between Envy's lead and Bad News Bears catch up. So the rifles coming in, the AWP, of course, for Nifty. The AK handoff to me, who's smart. Very smart there from Envy. He's on 25 kills, second to Mitch's 20. And look at the CT, he's getting aggressive towards mid. The underpass presence from John G has got to take that pick on towards the mid position. He sees Calix, but Calix just evades it. The timing could not go better. As Dapper takes damage to the player on shore, they'll get the info on where 2 of the CTs are at. Mitch going to get aggressive here towards the B-bomb site, and Moose will catch him off guard with the crossfire, taking him down. Dazzle also falls as a 5-on-3, and the bomb's been dropped to CT control.
Look at Gionji, though. It depends on how he's able to win this out, but he's currently in the window room area. I'm not sure whether Envy's going to be ready for it. What a pick from me. I got to be honest, I didn't see any members of Envy being able to take him down, at least until contact was made. That is astonishing.
There is nothing you can take up against Mihu. He is just on another level in this server. And Bad News Bears are saving. Appropriate enough. The money is not there for the T's, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the view, because Envy right now are better than you. And the AK and AWP need to stay in play for them to have a chance at stopping the match point from the CT side. But yeah, what a shutdown from the CT side. And it's partially down to the fact that Bad News Bears got a little bit big for their boots and got very aggressive at times when, you know, they really shouldn't have done. Like, rushing out the apartments with no second T-side player and no utility to support it, like, you know, conceding the bomb to the CT control when not everyone was there for the execute for Bad News Bears, it's a bit, you know, I don't know what they were thinking in that respect.
Well, the thing is they hear contact, right? So I think it was Mitch that flew out first. He heard the footsteps being rotated from inside the B bomb site, potentially to relocate to market or to just reposition. And that was a split decision. Like, that was not a decision that was planned at the beginning of the round. It was a very proactive decision. So Mitch hears the info. They go, you know what? This could be our opportunity to strike and open up B. They fly out, but they just don't encounter, or they don't figure out that there's a player to the short face, and it just gets ripped apart. If that short player wasn't there, or was maybe distracted holding a different angle, then that could have worked perfectly for B&B. But in the end, for Envy, that was a perfect round for them. Now, at least for Bad News Bears, there were two players that stayed alive at the end. But I'm looking at their money line, Jay, and I'm thinking if they lose this round, they are done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Envy win this, it's GG. And they will be up. MIBR will be out. And Bad News Bears, they would have fought their hardest, but they wouldn't be able to go the full distance here. It's Dapper taking first contact out of T-ramp alongside Mitch. Both AKs looking on. Galil tapping up, and Jonji gets caught by Moose on shore. That's not the start they wanted. They're still going to make their way in towards the A side. Mihu gets the bomb planter, and Mitch 3 frags on against Dapper. He doesn't quite make it happen, but his teammates are falling all around him, and Envy just closing in for the kill, looking for their map and match and group stage point. Dapper does get a second frag, but at 13 HP, how much more can he get out of the CT forces? That's a third frag. Hold on a second. Nifty to fall, and Ryan and Moose are the last two players. Bomb control favor the CTs, but Dapper's got his back turned, and he's out of the round.
Oh my goodness, this could be it for Team Envy. They could be making their way into the playoffs, Jay. Bad News Bears. There is not a lot to work with in round 27. Upgrades of the pistols. Deagles across the boards, a CZ and a P250. And this could be something quick. You have to think for Envy, the only way they lose this round is if somehow they get caught off making mistakes.
This force buy. It's just like you look at it and you think Envy all the way.
Yeah.
And that's what we said in the last round, you know, if Envy win, it's GG. 4 rounds for Bad News Bears, of which the first one is just going to be virtually impossible, you must imagine. Envy towards mid, M4 set up for the crossfire. 2 players up top, 2 players down underpass. But no contact face from B&B.
This is a really nice play coming out from Envy. A triple mid set up to crossfire with top mid and underpass, and that's where the pressure's going to come out for the T side.
Can they get the picks, though? They absolutely need to get the kills, and that's a start from Mitch. Will it be enough to spiral this round out of control and take Envy down? Moose and Calix are taking damage. Mitch is already low. Boost up from Dazzle with the M4, looking for the kill on someone from short. Smokes are up to get them a bit more mid-control. It looks like they want to lean towards this A site here.
They're going to smoke off the jungle player as well. This pretty much keeps the A bomb site completely open. Calix finding one just before the smoke blooms. But look at that from Mitch. The return to come out. And Moose is getting aggressive, trying to deny the bomb from going down. He takes down PT up. He needs to find a little bit more. Can't follow up. A 2 versus 3 for Envy.
Nifty hearing that bomb plant come out. Can't deny Dapper. And the backstab from Ryan, no one sees this coming. He gets 2 headshots. And it's all Mitch on short. The bomb is planted for him. He has to make his way into jungle, get the M4 and try to take the best fight against Ryan. Needs a headshot spray. It's not going to happen. 16-11 and Envy do secure it. They will be in the playoffs for Road to Rio. MIBR will be pushed out the top 3. And Bad News Bears playing like they had nothing to lose. They did have nothing to lose. It's a valiant effort, but in the end, 2-1 in the series. It's Envy moving out of groups.
And I'll tell you what, I've got to give my hats off to both Nifty and Ryan, not in terms of like the impact that they had in this best of 3 series, but these guys, you know, they've been on Envy for like 18, 19 months now. They've recently picked up Calix, Mihu, Moose, and obviously Lagia to be their coach. and the progress has just gone through the roof. Everything is looking so good for Envy at the moment. And look, they really deserve that victory. That was a tremendous performance from them today. But I tell you what, it's the internationals, Calix and Mihu. They're unreal. They literally are incredible.
Man, I'm still looking back to that match point round for Envy. Just thinking to myself, man, if they didn't rush out the apartments, they didn't rush out towards mid, do you think maybe that could have been a different outcome? And honestly, I think right now it possibly could have been. But the outcome is what we have to live with. There is no alternative universe. Envy will progress again. MIBR are out here in the group stage. And that concludes us here today for the Road to Rio. That concludes us here for the C stream as well, Dwayne. This was our final broadcast, man. I'm going to miss it. It was a lot of fun, but, you know, as they say, all good things must come to an end. And it does end for the Bad News Bears side especially, you know.
Yeah, look, unfortunately for Bad News Bears, look, we saw a couple of upset maps here and there. They were able to take a map off Liquid. But look, at the end of the day, unfortunately, their progression won't go any further. And look, hats off to Envy. They highly deserve that playoff placing. But yeah, Jay, that's it. That's it for the C stream. On to the playoffs now.
Indeed, we do see you on for the playoffs on the main stream. I'm pretty sure there will be a B stream as well at some point when it comes to next week. But for me and you individually, we're done. So we want to thank you all for joining us here on the C stream. I've been the Eternal Jay, your play-by-play. Dwayne has been my color commentator for the evening. And again, thank you for joining us. Make sure you're following all the ESL action because the Road to Rio continues even after us. You definitely want to tune in for the playoffs to CIS, EU, and North America. Till then, though, stay safe and take care.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past the midnight hour seems.
Third round, VP off to a strong start. No exits here for Na'Vi either, as they play safe inside the B site.
Just taking it easy over there in B. Maybe they're going to finally finish that construction there.
That would be cool, man. Like, imagine if on Vertigo, the next change, they make it that, like, more of the map has, like, been built.
Yeah, there are areas on the same floor that like are cut off that you can't see. Like CT spawn, there's a whole room, there's a whole area behind there.
What we need is like an all-encompassing lore to Counter-Strike, right? Like every other game has some kind of lore, and like
I strongly disagree.
L-O-R-E, not L-A-W.
Not
yeah, lore.
law.
But once I realized that distinction, every part of me didn't like your idea.
Why not? It would be sick, you know? Like imagine.
No.
Ah, well, what was the name of the guy from the car missions? Like,
David.
No, it was something. It was like
Dimitri.
Dr. something or other. I don't even
Don't
know.
really care.
Yeah, no one really cares about Counter-Strike storylines. Condition Zero, was that the one that had single player? I'm pretty sure it was. Trace, you were a big fan.
Trace is actually a pro CZ player.
Get away from me.
Well, B execute here in round number 3. Na'Vi have a lot of players here. That's something in their favor, but well, the kills are coming through. Boomich has actually not been cleared. They didn't molly this position, and Boomich is able to drop the bomb. It's not a worry for VP, but they know they need to get him out, and Jamie's just going to jump towards him. Boomich goes for the gun, and that will be where he's put down. Nice kills from Boomich, though. He really stalls out that plant. It's not going to be a winnable round for Perfecto, but considering it's a buy round coming up, he may as well give it his best go. If he